Sounds good. Who are you, Elijah?
What's up? My name's Elijah M_C. You know what I'm saying? I stream a lot of niggatry and yeah, what's good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What's
Thank you three
good?
for being here. I'm so stoked for the project we're working on. Speaking of which, is this a New Year's resolution shtick you have going on, Elijah?
Oh,
Your
uh
newfound
I wouldn't say
release of
New Year's
toxicity?
resolution. I'd say a new day, new me. You know, I try to grow and improve every day, turn into a better
Every
person
single
every
day.
single fucking day. Okay? Fuck that New Year's resolution shit.
That's crazy.
Amen. What do you guys feel about New Year's resolutions as a whole? I think they're kind of dog shit personally. I don't understand the timing. I think it's equivalent to somebody saying, "Oh, I'm gonna wait till Monday to start working out."
Yeah, it's procrastination, Andy. Like, what is the point? Why can't you just resolute tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm gonna be different. Like our boy Elijah. He's
Mm.
like the example. He's almost the perfect human. Like he's almost there.
I'm
Thank
almost
you
there.
so
I'm
much,
almost
Papa,
perfect
for
What's
the
cell.
needed? What's
Hey, look,
needed?
I'm almost perfect cell. I just have to absorb Android 17 and 18. Okay, that's it. I'm on my way.
Yep.
I'm on my way.
Listen,
I gotta get
Gotta
at
absorb a
least.
bunch
I
of
gotta get
women.
at least 2 wives. Yeah.
New
Yeah.
Year's
I'm
resolutions.
on my
Look,
way.
I agree. Most people procrastinate with them. All right, but listen, in life, like you do what you can, right? You do what you can, and a lot of people can't fucking make their minds up, so they need the world to tell them, hey, listen, it's a New Year's thing, bro. New Year, new me. People kind of get mind controlled by that, and sometimes it works. Sometimes it does work.
It's
What do you
like
want
an
me to
right.
say? I can't be
NPC
a.
NPC thing, right?
I do appreciate New
Uh,
Year's
I,
resolutions for the catalyst they are, right? So
yeah, I
that part
can't
is
be a
good.
doomer. Listen, if 100 people try it, it'll work for 10 people, but at least they fucking tried it. You
See,
know?
and this is why we have Mini on because he's like the sweetness in the sauce.
At
You
least
get
they
the
fucking
salt, you
tried
get the
it.
vinegar, you get the pepper. You
Huh?
need you need some sugar too, and that's Mini. He sees
You
the best in people, unlike us. I
Yeah,
see
because
the worst in
honestly, I
people.
see failures. Like when I see people like, oh my God, I got a New Year's resolution. I'm gonna do this, and then they don't do it. They're failures. They're losers, and they should quit the video game. Okay,
Yeah, but what if they do make it?
and they
What if they do
succeeded,
do
and
it?
the strongest succeed. The strongest survive. You
Hmm.
know, that's it.
Just don't be the guy that hogs up space in the gym and pisses everybody else off in the process and takes off 2 weeks later. Is all I gotta say.
True. Don't be the
Just
Damn
be
guy in the
content
gym.
for a
synchronicities.
second.
Don't be the guy in gym. Fucking doing all that fucking grunting and fucking shit, and then you never come back. You never see you again. Come
Yeah,
on.
Oh, you want them to
synchronicities
just keep
because I was
grunting,
just
right?
watching.
You
Taking
want
like
them to
10
keep
minutes in
grunting
between
every time you
sets and
go?
like texting.
No, February is
Look,
blessed because January truly was like a sardine can, you know? But February, they all just gave up. And there's this sweet aura that I thrive in. It's like absorb the negativity.
you know
They
what it
gave up.
is? In
They
February,
gave up.
Valentine's Day comes
They
around,
gave
right?
up, and I didn't. That makes
Yeah, and
me
they
feel
start
good.
eating.
Valentine's
They
Day comes
start
around,
eating.
and then they switch their focus. That's what happens. That's my
I
take.
mean, there's
Yeah,
this
they
guy.
switch.
Just a little story for you guys. There's this fat guy at the gym, and I see him every single time I go there. Like he's always there, and he's the same size always the same size, and always on the treadmill. And I'm like, how did this just not compute? And then like a week ago, I go into the market, buying some stuff, and I see the guy. And what does he have in his cart? A bunch of potato
Oh
chips.
my god.
There is no moral to this story, by the way.
I think the fundamental flaw is probably it boils down
Oh
to
my god.
realistic goals. So many people, have the audacity to, dream big, and that's a wonderful thing, but they don't set actionable steps along the way. And then that's how it goes from, okay, I'm going to do this big thing by any means necessary, and then having to quit because they don't actually know how to get to that end goal. So instead of saying, hey, I'm gonna lose 10 pounds, they're like, I'm gonna get 6-pack abs and being like hundreds of pounds overweight.
Mm.
That's
So I
true
think
for
I
the
guess
moon.
Right.
That's
that's
like a
kind of one of the
that's like a
recommended
Elon
solutions.
Musk of the gym. That guy
No,
gets big goals.
I agree. People set goals that are way too far in advance. You know, like listen, some people can't even get the next day right. Some people can't even get this day right, and they're like, oh no. But in 3 years, I'll have everything right. No. Worry about getting your day right first, right? And then the next day, and then the next day, and the next day. And listen, I'm one of those people. All right. So yeah. Like, listen, I had a New Year's resolution. I was starting to go hard in Twitch and shit, right? And look, I'm becoming way more consistent, and now I got to change my schedule. I'm doing it step by step, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I think a big
hopefully
part
it
too is
works.
not changing their environment, right? Like they don't change who they hang out with. They don't change their habits outside of the orbit of their goal. So they're fixated on this one thing, but the rest of their life is the same. And I think isn't that the definition of crazy? Doing
Insane,
things the
actually.
same and then
Yeah.
expecting a different
Yeah,
result.
that's insanity. Yeah, for sure.
Mm,
I'd say.
you know what's crazy?
What?
Your Discord is broken and your chat isn't telling you. That's crazy.
That's true. Not one person said it.
What do you mean
Is it
Discord is
is it
It's
broken?
on
frozen. It's
is your
literally frozen.
Discord on the same monitor as OBS?
True.
That might have frozen it.
Like right now on your
Mm,
Discord camera.
there.
Yeah. There we go. We weren't
Should be
moving.
good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there you go.
We good now. Damn. Come on, chat.
Anyways, welcome to
Yeah,
Black
chat going
History
too. Shout
Month.
out Iduncle, by the way. Good to see you here as well as George, W Mods.
Yo.
Good.
Shout out,
What's good,
yes, shout
gang?
out.
What's good?
Uncle, IW
I
Uncle.
see you in fucking Miami, Doku. For sure. We'll see you in Miami, G.
I can't wait for
Why
spring
is
break.
everybody going to Miami? Wait, what? Like, what's going on in Miami, bro?
It's okay, Minnie. I'm a loser too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, why am I not invited, huh? Can somebody
You
come
are
pick me
Get
up?
you
we're
a
not cool
fucking
enough.
visa,
We're not
Minnie.
cool enough.
Can
I
Yeah,
guess.
right
somebody
now
Get
tickets
you
aren't
a
available. It's
see?
RSVP based.
Get you.
Yeah,
a
we're not the
fucking visa.
VPIs. You know, we're just scum. It
No,
is what it
get you
is,
a
Minnie.
fucking visa, bro.
Just fish me, bro. Just fish me. Listen, I can swim. You motherfuckers can fish me.
Get a
It's easy.
visa,
You ever
Minnie.
celebrated spring break, Minnie?
I'm Mexican. We don't have spring break. People come over here to
Okay, I'm
celebrate spring break.
Mexican partially too.
Yeah, but
I'm-
I live in Mexico. I don't go anywhere else to
It's
celebrate
more of
spring
like a
break.
university thing. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people even go to Mexico to celebrate, no?
Yeah, no, I know. They went to my hometown, but I wouldn't go anywhere. I was in my hometown. You know? So-
Some people go to Mexico. I don't know, crazy
yeah, a
people.
shit ton of people. No, actually, there's a shit ton of people, dude.
What
Have you
Who
guys
would
Yeah.
want to go to
outline like
Mexico?
resolutions for yourself, by the way?
No,
I
Huh?
have.
Yeah,
I just like
No.
stick to what I'm working on per usual.
Wait, what?
no,
What-
it's
what?
just it's
Yeah,
more
I
of
think that's
a
just
new
defined
year,
as
a new
having
grind.
goals as a whole.
No,
I don't
it's
need a
like
year to tell me, hey,
grind time.
get on
Let's
your
go.
shit.
Listen, I've never tried the New Year's resolution shit, but I'm trying it this year. You know,
Monkey
we'll see how it
relax.
goes.
Mm,
So
oh,
far,
that's
it's
why.
going well. Actually,
That's why
You
you were
want to tell the
defending it.
world so that we all hold you
yeah, I
accountable?
gotta defend it, dude. I gotta defend it. I'm one of the fucking imbeciles who's believing in it now. You know,
Okay,
I never
what are you
believed
gonna
in
do?
it, but I said, you know what? Might as well change something.
Okay,
Huh?
so
What are you
what's
gonna
yours
do?
in
What are you gonna
particular?
do?
Tell
Oh,
us so we can hold you accountable.
I want several. I gotta be more consistent in the gym, right? I can't let my brother, my big brother, be bigger than me. Okay, when he's shorter than me, you understand? I can't let that happen. Can't let him be stronger. I can't be the weak brother. All right, you know.
It's easy. It's
Listen.
easy for shorter to get stronger. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Any
listen,
other
I
thing?
can't be the weak brother. Yeah, the other one. I can't be the unsuccessful brother, bro. I gotta get this Twitch shit to actually start working, all right? Because my brother,
What's good,
motherfucker's an Oxford graduate, all right? He's winning the
Oh
race
my
right now.
God,
And I
just
said, you
stop,
know what?
bro.
It's over for you, bitch.
Not today, not right
It's
now.
over for you. So
That's what
yeah,
we're
now
here
I'm
to
doing the
do.
New Year's resolution.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Joker? New Year's.
You know what about me? I'll tell you what. I am finally glad that I am on a podcast where I will not be muted every 5 minutes.
I had a
For-
dream.
for an
I had
hour.
a dream.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Dude,
Yes,
I have
sir.
never been on a podcast
Yes,
where
sir.
I've not been muted.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what?
And
Honestly, Me too.
It's time to make a change. It's time to,
And
you
we're
know,
happy
you
to have
don't
your
like the
chaos.
system. You don't like the system. You break it
Change it.
apart. You create a new system. Right?
Learn how the
Yeah.
wheel works first, and then reinvent it.
Get that? Yeah.
Okay, winter. New
Boom.
Year's resolution.
I've just kind of been fixated on my entire fitness as a whole. I am back full time streaming. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, New Year's was a catalyst, but it doesn't necessarily surround that. It
Yeah,
was
of
more
course.
so just things IRL that I had to square away, and I'm
Mm.
sticking to it. I haven't missed a single day on whatever I need to do as of late. After the first 2 weeks of New Year's, again, I don't use New Year's as a benchmark. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. The two things I want to focus on the most. How about you, Elijah?
Okay. Before I go, New Year's resolution. Number
Before
one.
I
No, wait.
go.
Number
What?
one. Number
Wait, I'm
one.
I'm
sorry. What do you
strapped
mean
Wait.
in.
by
Number
before
I'm
I
strapped
one.
go?
in.
Number
I'm
According to
strapped
one.
those
in.
guys.
Number one. Get money, okay? But like, talk about getting money.
Yeah.
Talk about getting money. Can people like pay to get somebody in here or something? Like, how does this work? Hmm?
What do you mean? So that's
They can
going to
pay
be
to
at
kick
the
you off.
end.
At the end. Okay. How
Yeah,
long?
so basic show
Yeah, go
structure,
ahead.
we're going to be talking for,
Yes. Can we?
I would approximate 2 hours, and after that, we're going to be opening the floor up to call-ins. How that works, basically, you just make sure you're part of our Discord. You pull up to the casting couch VC. You'll be screened briefly, and then we'll be able to pull you up. We'll be pulling several callers up at a time. Uh, and you guys, we're going to put all the power in your hands as well in terms of chat. So make sure that you guys are at the ready. It's going to be $5 to eliminate and then $10 to revive the Giga Chads, get rid of the dweebs. Or the L takes, let's put it that way. And then all along the way, if you want to chime in, we have 50 cent or 50 bits TTS enabled. That way you could, speak over the podcast, say your 2 cents, or make sure that you're subbed as well to this channel, and then everybody eats in our circle. We've already worked that out on the back end. With that said, make sure you guys utilize the option that Jeff Bezos pays us, right? So you don't want to take any money out of your pocket, just do !Prime in chat and then go ahead and click from there. That'll take care of it for you without spending any additional money. All right?
Okay. So now,
W promo.
besides money,
Won't know.
fitness, I don't really gotta try too hard. I just let it do what it do. I work
Yeah, you
out.
get the Black History Month jeans. Let's go.
Hey, easy. Shout out Black History Month. Shout out Black History Month. Look, now, besides
The problem is
money,
just you're malnourished. That's the problem. You need to eat.
you're calling me
There's,
malnourished, bro.
I mean, I can see your bone. I see your
You're
shoulder
calling me
bone.
malnourished, bro. You,
I
bro.
literally see your shoulder bone up there.
You. That's how it's
The
supposed to be,
problem
bro.
is
That's
the
exactly how it's
problem.
supposed to be, bro.
Listen,
What the
listen. The
fuck?
problem is they
Talking
give
about
you a
my
month.
shoulders, G, huh?
Listen,
Look,
you know what the problem is? Truly,
I get
is
11 months.
they give you a month out of 11 months, and then they separate you, and they talk about the issues for a month, and then they shut the fuck up and they forget all about the people. So that's the real issue. Let's be honest, bro. I don't think Black History Month or any fucking other month should exist. It should just be American history, to be honest.
what are you
Because
saying
Black
to me
history
right
is
now?
American.
Whoa,
Mm-hmm,
Mini,
mm-hmm,
racist?
mm-hmm.
Are you good?
No, I'm the opposite, buddy.
Huh?
I'm saying the opposite. I'm
What
saying
the
And
fuck?
they
also through
should
those
teach.
months, we fixate on the negative of the
I'm
past,
shit.
what happened,
Listen,
rather than making actionable change. That's part of the problem.
yeah, but I'm also saying that Black history is American history.
But why? Wait, hold on,
America,
pause.
America was.
But pause.
Was
Why we gotta
created on
take
the
away
back of
Black
slaves.
History Month? Huh? Why can't we make like fucking?
I'm saying
Why
expand
why
it to the
can't why
whole
can't we
year,
make
you
Mexican
pedophile.
History Month? Why can't we make
No,
fucking
I don't
what
want
the fuck?
Hispanic History Month. No.
He's not even
It's dumb.
American. What are you talking about?
Honestly,
dumb.
yeah, he's not even American. Why
It
am I
should
even
be-
talking to you about this?
Listen,
bro?
it
Look,
should be
Elijah,
done
you're
Stay,
just-
for the whole
Mini.
year.
No,
Stay in Mexico,
Elijah,
bro.
you're just
Right.
brainwashed.
Stay in
You're just
Mexico, bro.
brainwashed. You're just
Stay in Mexico,
brainwashed.
bro. Stay in
you're
Mexico.
brainwashed.
Because they give you
you're
1 month
brainwashed.
of lip service,
Yeah, they
and then
gave
you're
you
like,
1 month and you're
oh,
happy
whatever.
with it instead of a whole year.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Stay
They
in
give
Mexico.
you a month and then you're happy with it instead of a whole
Stay
year,
in
buddy.
Mexico.
And what I don't
What the
understand is
fuck?
why some people get a week, some people get a day. Like, who decides? Why is it
Uh,
like Black
Who even
besides-
makes
Month?
these rules, by
Besides
the way?
how hard you cry.
You know who makes the rules? You know who makes the rules? You know who makes the rules? Whoever
True.
owns everything, they make the rules. Okay, that's who makes the rules.
So
Now listen, for this
you
New
admit
Year's
that they're
Well,
brainwashing
well,
you.
Yeah, and they give you a month instead of the year, bro.
for my New Year's resolution, I just want to be good. Okay, like I just want to be good. That's it. Can we like? Can you guys help me be better? You know, I'm trying to be a good dude. I'm feeling really evil.
Yes.
Okay, I'm feeling really evil. Like I
Yes,
want to do
yes.
bad things. Okay. I wanna
That's
be a good
bad.
person.
fight the temptation. Don't do it. You're better than it.
So many bad things I want to do. Trust me.
Such as
Why are you
It's like
I
such
Resident
like
Evil
I
or
want to
what?
go into
Like,
Why are you
GTA.
in eating mode? You
I
like-
want to go in GTA RP
He's
and just
time.
do everything that you could think of, honestly. In RP
Huh?
server, of course.
like what? Like pedophilia?
No, okay, bro.
What
Why,
the
how could you
fuck?
even like
Why
think
you
of pedophilia
Because
in an
Because
RP
you
server?
just said
How,
everything I
wait,
can
but how
think
could
of.
you even think of pedophilia
Why
in
do
an
you
RP server,
instantly
bro?
go
Like,
there, Joker? Huh?
Because that is the worst
I
I
said
could think of.
GTA, bro. GTA. Like you don't fuck kids in GTA.
There's
I don't
probably
fuck
like
kids in GTA.
I don't know, man. There's
There's
probably
no
like
What
kids
the
in
fuck?
GTA, bro.
There's,
They don't
there's hella
exist.
What
mods,
the
probably
fuck?
hella mods.
They don't exist.
What
Well, there
the
went
fuck?
our YouTube monetization, by the way. Anyway,
Jesus fucking
next
Christ.
topic.
Basically, bro. Basically, you know, I'm thinking of like going in GTA and maybe like the
I don't
gang.
wanna-
You know the gang members. You know how like they have shootouts and shit, right? I'm thinking like having a shootout in GTA, right? I'm thinking of like maybe.
It's been a good
Why
podcast,
are you
guys.
come over
Yeah,
to
It's
on
been a
Mexico,
good-
that
buddy?
note,
Good
Listen,
job,
That's what
guys.
I'm thinking, honestly.
We did
Eli.
one. We did one.
Eli, come over to Mexico, dude.
Come
if you
over to
want that
Mexico,
so bad.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Hey, listen, over here you got the whole year, bro, not just a month.
Yeah, Inky, I'm mad at you. You better fucking.
Hey, man, I talked to a cartel guy. He
I'm
didn't
actually
seem
mad
like
at
he's
you.
such a bad guy.
Sure. I mean,
This
listen,
time,
you
like,
know
I'm
what the
so
funny
mad at
thing
you.
is you're actually not wrong. There are good cartels and bad cartels. You know what I mean? And people are gonna say, wait, what do you
Find good
mean by that?
cartels.
Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, the good cartels, they don't kidnap, they don't steal, they don't rape, they don't do any of that stuff. Okay? All they do is they sell drugs.
Honestly, Inky,
That's
I'll
all they
give
do,
you
the good
VIP.
cartels.
And
How about
The
that's
that?
bad
good.
cartels,
You can keep
the
VIP.
bad cartels. Oh,
You can at
they
least keep your diamonds
kidnap,
since
they
you
do
got me VIP, right?
everything. Yeah. No, like legitimately, there
Yeah.
are good cartels and there are
I'm mad
bad
at you.
cartels. Good cartels will not deal with normal people. They won't bother normal people because it gets in the way of business, and business is drugs. Bad cartels, they say, fuck the drugs, fuck the business. All we want is power.
You
And
still
so
deserve
they
a diamond,
make the
at
people
least,
fear them.
right?
But yeah, unfortunately, like this is true. You can ask any
But you're just not
Mexican,
my
they'll tell
right
you the
hand.
same.
You can't be my sword, you know?
They'll tell you the same. You know?
Okay.
So yeah, there are somewhat good cartels.
Good card.
Which one are you?
All
I
I'm
said
saying is I'm feeling like real bad, but you know how life does, right? Like I always
Bro.
have these thoughts, but life humbles you, you know? It's like maybe it's just gonna pass, hopefully.
Yeah, you're
Is there
gonna
a
get
woman
popped
in your
on the
chatting
head
line
one.
that you're talking to right now or something? Like, what the fuck?
I feel like he's like venting.
I feel like you're trying to raise up a woman.
No,
bro.
he's just there's just things.
Yeah,
today
there is
that
a woman in my chat actually.
Mm,
Wait, why do you feel like
Mm.
I'm trying to raise her up? What the fuck?
mm.
I'm not trying
Because
to raise
I've been
her up.
watching. Because I've been watching some serial killer documentaries, buddy. All right, and you know
Wait,
what?
so me saying that
Those
I want to like
motherfuckers.
shoot people in GTA
It's
like-
yeah.
is like that's Riz? How is that Riz?
Bro, women love that for some reason. Okay.
Wait,
Never
Winter,
seen
is
a
this
single
facts?
serial killer, bro.
Winter,
Not
is
even
this
kidding.
facts? Is this facts? What the fuck?
Not gonna lie, it's
What?
something about a bad boy for a lot of women. I don't know.
See?
I don't know. Me personally, no, but I have to like cognitively remind myself of that.
See,
Joker,
bro,
can we?
because they want somebody who's able to kill people.
Well,
when
guess
shit
what?
goes
Like,
bad.
look, honestly, the problem is right. Like, these women are brainwashed. Just because a man like acts bad doesn't mean he's like actually fucking.
No,
You know,
the thing is,
that
though,
guy.
you need to be
Okay,
able to
that's all I'm
protect
saying.
them, right?
Like, yeah, you need to
You
be able to protect them.
Yes.
But here's the thing:
And
the most
Yes.
dangerous
you can't
men,
do evil, you can't
the
protect.
most dangerous men aren't the men that walk around saying, "Yo, I'm a fucking shoot, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that." No, the most dangerous men are quiet about it. Those are the most dangerous men. You need to watch out for those ones. Okay.
It's what I always say. It's better to be a warrior in a
Mhm.
garden than a gardener in a war.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yes,
For sure.
exactly. Exactly. So, can you really
And
be a
the
man if
other
you don't
one
know how to
and
fight?
the other one is it's better to be a
Obviously.
dick than a swallower. Those are the two rules I live
Mm.
by.
In the wise words of Ye.
Great, yeah, great sayings.
Thank you.
You have to constantly remind yourself of that last one.
Every
So
single
wait,
day, especially if I look at you, Minnie. If I look at you, I
Oh.
need to remind myself.
many, but like, look, so like me, like, I think I'm bad. I'm trying to be good. Okay, you know, but many,
We get it. Like you, you're
Yeah,
bad, bro. We get
we
it.
get
many.
it.
I think you're a good person. Like, teach me how to be good. Can you do that? Is that possible?
I don't
What's some?
know if
Can you
it's
give me some
possible
advice?
either.
I don't know if it's possible.
I don't know if it's
No.
possible
Who
either.
dictates really what's good and bad anyway? I think it's all kind of relative.
God,
Isn't
God,
life a matter of
God,
perception at the end of the day?
God did.
God,
God did.
Yeah, but those are very vague terms. Those are very broad and general
those
strokes.
God did.
commandments
Mm.
straight out of Abrahamic religions. This bitch.
And every single person
Mm.
here has some kind of faith, believes in God of some way, shape, or form.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Okay.
This
Yes.
is a base world podcast. Okay.
So what do you guys think?
Leave,
So
leave
look,
the
so
title, guys.
here's
Leave
my
the
take.
title.
Here's my take. This is the evil route. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the evil route.
Okay,
Alright.
let's
What's
go.
the evil route?
Me, either there's two evil routes. There's so many evil routes actually. I see so many. You know. So look.
Why do you see all the evil route? Wait, what about the good route?
I see
His
so
mind,
many. I
his
see so
mind, the
many.
branches. He sees thousand. He's
I
like
see so many.
fucking the guy from Marvel. When he closes his eyes, he sees
Yeah.
thousand futures
Yeah, I do. I
of
do.
Evil
evil.
I do.
genius.
I do. So
Go
basically,
ahead.
I can go one evil route where like um out doing whatever the fuck I want to do, right? Like just breaking hearts, you know what I'm saying? Like shooting in GTA, of course. Like just a very like dark path, right? Like just like oh,
Okay, how
sticks
about you going to
so
GTA prison?
so many, so many. But that's in GTA, right? Now
People think of the bad fun, but not like the outcome. What
now
happens if
I
you do
could
that?
think of
You
like
get caught up.
I could just like, or I could get like just like calm down, not do the shooting in GTA, right? Maybe have like
You're a
5 lives.
GTA RP streamer. That's why
Yeah,
you're saying this.
yeah, basically. Yeah. So like maybe like, not be as bad, right? But still not care about people. So like that route, like I just wouldn't care about people. The only people I care about is, my close circle, right? But like, is that good or evil? Like, if you only care about your close circle, is that good or evil?
No.
If you only care about
Only
your
care
close
about my close
circle,
circle. Only. That's it. Is that good or
I
evil?
think that's evil. I don't think that can be good if you
See,
only
that's
give a
how
fuck
I've
about
always
You
been.
define care about though. To what extent?
To the extent of like even talking, like sometimes I don't even want to talk to people unless like they're my close circle,
Well, how
I don't-
do you get more people in your close circle? That just seems like you'll come at a point in
Do
life
you want more
where
people in
your
your
whole
close
close circle
circle?
is gonna be
I
dead.
mean,
No,
especially
I'll
with
tell
this
you
one.
how. I'll tell you how. If we're all
Mm.
like-minded, like I'm very much a narcissist, right? So like if they're like me, then like I'll like them, right? But
Couldn't
not
be
a
me.
lot of people are like me. Not a lot of people are like me. Okay.
A narcissist? Damn, bro, you need to work on
So
yourself.
narcissist only in your circle. That's the only criteria.
Yeah, not narcissists.
Wait.
They don't have to be narcissists, right? But I have to see myself in them.
In them.
Mm. What you see my 5% of blackness in me, or what do you see in me?
Yeah, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, so I'm an outsider.
No, he sees himself inside of you, Joker. That's what he
Elijah just doesn't.
No, I didn't
just
say
doesn't
that. I
show.
didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Mm.
You just don't.
You don't have to.
Oh shit.
Like the circle is that and that and that. Yo, guys, can we do this? Let's make a circle. Anyway,
Okay,
what's the next? What's the next?
Oh my god.
The next route you have 1,000.
Okay, I got you. So those are like the evil routes, right?
Oh, by the
now
way,
I'd
this
say
guy
I'd say a
says-
good route is like wait, what guy? What guy? Go ahead. You said this guy.
Yeah, a shout out to Chatter in the chat. The Mexican guy here is fucking annoying. His mic is shit and I can barely understand what
Oh
he
my
says.
god.
Shout out to that motherfucker.
You know his name is Juan Zerka.
Oh my
Oh, I
god.
love one like that.
Juan Zerka. All right, look. Now the good route, okay, right? I could just stay focused, and like get me a nice wife, right? And settle down with her. You know, or I could, a little less good. Like I could still stay focused and get me a good wife, and she can be like, bisexual or like lesbian. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, and then.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Haram.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's haram.
How's that a good wife?
So you
That's
want
a
the
good wife for
threesomes
me.
and shit.
want to
wanna
be a
cheat on
cuck?
her.
That's a good. I
You
don't
wanna
need
be
the
a cuck?
threesomes, right? But like, I'll tell you something, right? I noticed like
Okay, you
bisexual,
lost me there.
Bisexual,
you want to be
bro.
a cuck?
bisexual and lesbian women love women way more than I do. Like they'll be like, "Damn, like look at her, she's so bad." I'm like, "Bro, she's like so mid. What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Like, girls
My
who like
dude.
girls are just
What's the difference?
they're superior
between,
for me, bro. Honestly,
What's
I
the
think the first
difference
girl I spoke
between
to
a
was lesbian.
heterosexual? No. Wait. What's the difference between a heterosexual and a bisexual wife if she cannot cheat on you?
Yeah, she can't cheat with another girl. That's not how it works, right? No
So what is the difference?
All right, true. But the difference is the bisexual or lesbian, right? She's like more open to like.
She's crazy.
She's more open. No, not crazy. She's more like me. You know, she's like, damn, like that girl
What,
got
you're
a fat ass.
bisexual?
No, you fucking idiot. I'm a lesbian though. Say that you a lesbian girl, me too. You know what I'm saying? Look, honestly, stop, bro. You're killing me.
I don't know. Your mom's heels would beg to differ.
Whoa.
Oh, didn't like that.
Whoa. Honestly, Joker, I think your woman hair would beg to differ right now too. Can you just let out your luscious hair for us, Joker? Now listen.
What are you talking about? You have longer than me.
I have dreads, motherfucker. This is actually
that means you have.
no. This is
3 times
actually
more.
right. This is
Did you add hair to your twist, by the way? Be honest.
Say that again.
Did you add hair to your twist, by the way? Be
No, I
honest, or is
didn't.
it all
100% is all me. I've been growing this shit for like
you?
at least
I'm a natural babe.
4 or
Buzz
5
your head
years.
right now. Buzz
Now
your
look,
head
Joker.
right now.
There's actually right a deeper meaning to dreads, right? But your long hair just looks like a woman's. That's all. Okay.
Well,
Now
what's
look.
the deeper meaning to dreads?
To me.
Since I'm Mexican and I don't have Black History Month.
All right, look,
Educated.
I got
Learn
you.
about
So
these
look,
things.
I'll get dreads too. Fuck it.
Look. As a real Rastafarian, all right, my youth, real bad man thing, all right.
Let him cook.
What's understood, no need for be explained, my youth, all right. What's
He
understood,
burnt-
no
he
need for be
burnt.
explained, all right.
He didn't cook. He
Now
didn't
look,
cook
now
well.
look, now look. Honestly, I'm just trolling right now. I'm just trolling. Look. But for real though, like what I'm not trolling about is like, so I love lesbians. Okay, like honestly, I love lesbians.
Man, I need a smoke. I'm gonna fucking bite my lips off.
I love lesbians. Okay, so like I could go that route. So there's the me wholesome wife, or I could have a lesbian wife, right? And like if she wants a threesome, we'll do it. Which she
A
probably
lesbian wife.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she can't be a lesbian wife with a
Guys,
guy.
let's take this
Yeah,
guy out
she
of there.
can. Are you
Like, who's
confused?
getting charred here?
Look, she
Let's
likes
take this guy out.
girls, right? But like I'm like the only dude she likes, you know, basically. You know, she's not bi.
Okay. So she's
I'm the
not
only dude.
Okay.
So you want
she's
your
not
wife
a
to be-
lesbian. She's
To be mentally gay,
Yeah, but only like me.
also known as a faithful wife who doesn't entertain other people.
Base, right? That's my
That's
point.
not lesbian. That's just a normal wife, man.
Yeah, but
Bro,
like she likes
Mindset
girls.
back a few centuries, bro.
Wait, but like she likes girls. What do you mean, like a normal wife? You're telling me like normal wife just always
That doesn't exist.
that likes girls?
Yeah, it's not real.
Oh, in my world, all girls like girls. Girls like girls where I'm
Because you
from,
live in
brother.
Satanist
To be
country.
honest, a
Uh-huh.
lot of women that I know say that to appeal to a man to try to lock him down, and
Yeah,
then after
exactly.
the fact that they
Exactly.
think that they have him and they've, explored
Mm.
another woman with him, then they kind of reel that back over time, and then it comes out they were just appealing to the man, and they don't really like women like that.
And then it comes
Tell
out, and
me,
then it comes out
And then all of a
basically,
sudden they
Mm.
demand you to be with them.
and
So
then
tell
all
me,
of a
Elijah.
sudden, I don't see her the same. She's a whole different person, and I don't want her. Okay,
Tell me,
she lied
Elijah.
to
even
How
me.
with
can
all the
two?
time invested, all the
How
Mm,
can
secrets,
two?
all
How
of
can
don't care.
two? How can two locks do something? Two locks together. What do they do?
You know what they do? They wait for a fucking master key. Okay,
How are
that's
they
all I'm
lesbian?
saying. They wait for a master key. That's what they do. Okay, G. Now look, all I'm saying is
Mm.
right. Now I could go that route, the lesbian, and it'll still be kind of wholesome. Like I could still have a
The
wife,
fantasy route. Okay.
or I could go no wife and just fuck a lot of everything. You know?
You know what?
why so
I
satanic?
I
What?
am
But aren't you a virgin right now?
Elijah.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
looking at my paths, Minnie. I have
So
so many paths.
so you're just planning.
I'm
Okay.
planning. Okay. I'm
Look,
planning.
look, guys. I look at me. I'm anti Elijah. I don't want my wife to be lesbian or bi. I want my wife to be misogynist.
Base? No, no. Why can't wait? Why can't she? Wait. Pause. Why can't she be both? What the fuck?
Because I want her to share
I
my.
want
I
my wife
mean,
to be both.
anyways,
I want her to be both. What the fuck? I
how
want
can
her to
she be
hate.
both?
I want her to hate women and men, right, equally, and just love me, right? But also see women as what they are, right? Beautiful creatures. Okay.
That's like That's like normal appreciation of a body.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. That's it.
I mean, women in general are more like appreciative of other women than men of men,
I
but that doesn't
mean,
make them lesbian.
that's what they say, right? When they're around the girls, they're like, "Oh my god, you look so pretty," but then as soon as that girl turns around, they're like, "Oh my god, I hate that bitch. She
Nah.
looks so bad. Oh my
Facts.
god, you see her
Facts.
ass?
Facts. Facts.
She
Facts.
bathed in 5 days. Oh yeah, you look amazing. I love your nails. What a dumb bitch, dude. Imagine getting those nails. Oh my god.
No.
Imagine
I'll
having
tell
your
you.
Bro,
face.
stop. I'm
You know
not.
what I
Wait,
mean?
what do you mean?
I'll tell
Come
you what
now.
it is. I'll tell you what it is. It
That's
is
what
the
I
I haven't
same
think.
been
thing.
blasting too much
It is
Drake.
the
I'm
same
about to
thing
though.
as
That's a
gym
good idea.
bros
I should.
appreciating each other cocks. They're like, bro, your pump is so crazy, man. Your pump is so. How do you get the delt? How
My
do you
wife
get
better be
the? How
bad
do you
too.
get the delts? How do you get
I'm
the
not getting
traps,
married
bro?
unless you
Your
bad.
back is insane, bro. You have such good genetics, bro. That is the same as a girl says, damn, though, that she got a nice ass because they want that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can
Speaking of New Year's
appreciate it
resolutions,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
if
want
you
the
Yeah.
guys
But
are
ass.
guess
trying
what?
to become gym bros, the expectation versus reality is so hilarious. I actually just recently had a conversation about it. So you expect like, oh, I'm gonna get buff, and then all these chicks are gonna want me, blah blah blah. And
Oh
then the
yeah, it's
reality
always.
is
No,
like
it's the
dudes are
men.
just
Yeah,
like,
it's just the
oh, your
dudes.
muscle
You
is
just get a whole bunch of
shaking,
gay
but
dudes. Yeah. What the
The
fuck?
dudes are like, yeah, bro. How did you do that,
What
bro?
the
Teach
fuck?
me, bro. Where's your program, bro? You do 5x5,
But I'll
bro.
tell
What's
you
your
how it
split?
works though. The girls like it, but they'll never like admit it. Like it's very
Yeah,
why
they
did you
rare.
kick
like
me
it.
back, bro?
Yeah,
I wanted
listen.
to
They
go out with you in
clearly.
gym,
What are you
bro.
talking about? They clearly admit it. What are you talking
No, no,
about?
no. Look. All right, maybe for you, right? But
Not
like
in,
other
not
guys, like
in.
let's say guys are like, you know, ugly and like short, but the only thing they have is like abs and shit, right? Um, they're not gonna admit it to that dude at all. Like
They're trying to survive. They're
he's
trying to
not
survive.
he's not gonna get the time of day. Okay.
It's like that meme where it's like the haircut girls like, and
Listen,
it's a guy with a mansion behind him, and the haircut girls don't like. It's the same guy living in the slums.
I've never seen that. What the
no,
fuck?
a lot of them say they don't
Hell
like it,
no.
but if you got talking to them one on one, they're like, yeah, I like the buff look. You know,
Of
they like it on
course.
Instagram, they like it in
But so
private.
many
It's
girls in
just when they're
public,
around other people. Yeah, in public,
they
they're
say,
like,
"Oh,
oh,
we
I
like
don't
dad
care.
bods,
Oh,
dad
I don't
bods.
care. Yeah,
I like a dad bod." And then you ask a girl, "Why does she like a dad bod?" And she's like, "Oh, because he's more likely to be nice to you." And I'm like, "Oh,
Here's the real
really?"
question though. What girls are
American
you
savagery.
asking? Like IRL girls or Twitch girls?
IRL,
honestly,
no.
Twitch girls
IRL girls, like you can go around asking girls,
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
lot of them will say
but Twitch
dad
Twitch
girls
bods.
girls
pander to
do
their
not
viewers, for
exist.
sure.
A
Twitch
lot of
girls
That's
do
them
what
will
not
people
say
say.
exist.
dad bods. They'll literally say, oh, they like dad bods, right? Like there's so many
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
videos and studies, right? But then the real
Mhm.
thing is they only like him because he's more likely to,
Be
like
a
them
mod
more.
and
Not
pay
cheat.
her.
Yeah, me a
Do not cheat
mod
on
and
them.
fucking not cheat, right? He's more likely
Yeah.
to be nicer to her because like dudes get in shape and don't know how to act. Honestly, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
let me
I
tell
don't
you,
get that either.
Twitch
I
girls,
like built dudes personally.
yeah, but
Twitch
like
girls are holograms. They don't exist. It's like
But
in
I mean, at the same token, I'm not
the
worried about
future.
all those things you just mentioned, Elijah. Like,
really, exactly. See, that's the problem,
Yeah,
right?
because you're not insecure, but
No,
most
because you don't
girls or
need it.
most women are.
Because you don't need it. Like a lot of these other girls, right? They have this dependency, right, where they need a certain type of
they're
man.
A
looking
pay
for their
pig.
bailout.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're looking for the bailout.
their
And
meal ticket.
yeah, and it's fine. I don't have a problem with
That's
that.
what
That's
all the
fine. That's
girls
what
in
all
There's
women
gym
are supposed to
nothing
covered
do.
in
wrong with
Yeah,
makeup.
that.
it's all good.
That's what all the girls covered in makeup, in booty expander 4000 with butt lifting action with butt crunch and the lines under the ass, and the perfect bra with the back naked and full makeup. That's what they're waiting for. They're like,
Chicks that
oh, look at
say
me.
they
I'm
like
gonna
dad bods are
find
working a
an
phone call.
excellent man,
Oh my,
an
what do you
excellent
mean by
male
that, bro?
who goes out, works out, and
Trying
I
to
want
marry
him to
Poker.
save me. They don't even go to work out. It's like an ad. It's like
Mm,
Facebook Marketplace.
That's actually really true, and they're
mm.
annoying because they're just as bad as the New Year's resolution people, where they sit on the machines and they're like, "Oh no, I'm not done yet," and it's not because they're doing sets; it's because they're like sitting there trying to get the perfect angle of their ass for the dude. It's like, bitch, can you wait? Like
Yo,
I'm
that
actually
happens to
doing
me
this
all
job.
the time, bro. Oh my
Very base. That's
god.
very
And then
base.
they
All the
purposely like
time.
All
stand
the
in front of you
time.
and start doing
Yeah, and,
like
and
the
doing
moves
that,
or
bro,
something like
Winter. On
that.
God, I put this on fucking
But
God.
listen,
I
if you
went to the
look at them,
fucking
they'll
gym,
cancel you.
bro. Look, I went to the gym. I went to go fucking do deadlift. There's a girl standing in front of me, right? And then I'm like, okay, whatever, I can deal with it. She starts fucking grabbing the weights and bending over. I said I could deal with
Mm-hmm.
this. And then a girl walks past and then stands to the right of me. And then she starts bending over her ass in my direction. I said, I could probably still deal with
Yeah.
this. And then a girl
Then
came
you,
to the left of
Another
me.
then you
one.
woke
And
up.
then there was a girl in
Then you
front of
woke
me,
up.
a girl to the left of me, and a girl to the right of me, all bending over in my direction. I said,
Another
oh
one.
my fuck.
You got gangbanged in
I
the
Oh
gym.
can't
my,
deal with it,
that
she
was a
said.
No
test
wonder
of
you're thinking these
hell.
psycho things.
That was a
Oh
He
my
got
test of
god.
hell.
he
No,
got
girls do that
sexually
shit.
There are other dudes
harassed.
in the gym that aren't necessarily there yet. They don't
Me
make it
too,
easy for
Elijah.
you
Me
guys.
too.
Like
Me
they
too, Elijah.
simp really, really
They
hard
do,
and
bro.
stare. Like
Literally, bro.
I can't even do like bent over rows on like a bench, like with one leg hiked without getting stared at. I'm like, "Bruh, like just
No,
leave me
it's
the
not
fuck
just
alone."
staring. Like the dude, right? Like so, like there would be a girl staring at me, right? And then while she's staring at me, another dude's gonna walk up to her and be like, "Oh my god, you look so beautiful." That shit happened before. I was like, "Oh, fucking god."
Really? You Americans are too comfortable talking to people. That's
Right,
your
especially
problem.
in the gym, bro. That's my take. Come on,
Like
bro.
up here in the cold, in the cold, like everybody's a fucking NPC. I haven't talked to a stranger in months. If I don't start the conversation,
Yeah, that's
nobody's
why
gonna come
everybody
up.
offs themselves in your fucking
But
country,
how
bro.
often do you actually
Jesus
leave your
Christ.
house? Be honest.
Damn,
How
hockey. Why you
often?
shitting on that man? What
Hmm
the
Only
fuck?
to the gym.
When does he
And then you
wake up?
don't
Are you
talk to
talking to me?
anybody. You
Shut
don't
the
talk to
fuck up,
anybody.
Ashiro.
I don't even talk
He's
to. I don't
living
even
with
talk to
headphones.
Oh
people.
my
I don't
god.
even talk to people on my phone. I don't even talk to nobody. Yeah, I can't leave outside without headphones. That's madness. Like I'll go to the gym and realize my headphones are either discharged or not there. I'll just turn around and go back
No, I
home.
always, bro, like fuck headphones. You don't need headphones. I got the
Yeah, I
music in
don't.
my
Seriously?
head. I got the music in my
What?
head.
You
You know,
wanna
21, can you do something
you,
for me?
you wanna listen
Can
to
you
the
give
Let's
me a
not
dog
get
shit
little
funny,
rich
huh,
gym music?
Elijah?
No,
I got the
listen.
music in
Okay.
my head. Okay.
Listen, what I believe about the
I'm
music shit.
schizo, bro. I be talking to myself in my head and shit at the
Yeah,
gym, bro.
that's
No cap.
Listen,
Okay.
I don't use headphones either in the gym. I don't like it.
Okay.
And I don't use headphones
I
when I
love it.
run or when I box or when I train or anything. Because what
But
I'm
I use
always thinking
giant ones.
is no, what I'm always no, I've got earbuds or whatever the fuck.
It's
I don't even use
the
them.
fuck alone universal symbol.
Yeah.
That's why I
If
do
No, but
if
it.
I could if I could wear these at the gym, I would, but they
I
fall off.
I don't do them because I always think, what if I get in a shitty situation? Oh, where's my music now, motherfucker? Am I not gonna be able to fight because I don't have the music? Am I not gonna be able to fucking run away because I don't have the music? Am I not gonna be able to
Facts.
fucking deadlift the cat
No,
because I
it's
don't
not
have the
good
music?
for that.
Hell no, motherfucker. That's why I fucking train no matter what I do. It's always in my fucking brain. There's a
Mhm.
difference.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, there's
You
times
always
where
think
my
of getting
headphones, if
jumped.
they die, it won't ruin my workout. I'm not reliant on the music itself. It's more so for
What's
me
good,
like a
Dark
prop.
Side?
It's more so like leave me the fuck
What's
alone. I don't
good,
want to
G?
talk. Like,
You missed
don't
it, bro. I
invade me.
left Logan's.
I'm not here.
See,
GG's.
you can just project the aura of leave me the fuck alone and don't talk
Well,
to me
yeah.
without the
My resting
headphones.
bitch face coupled with the headphones also helps.
Mm. So like
But yeah, no,
basically, Winter, when you're in the gym, you like when no guys come up to you, or is there like a certain guy that you would see and you'd be like, oh, I wish he'd come up to me, right? Like, what's your
No.
thought process in the gym?
Well, I don't rely on aesthetics alone for me to be attracted to somebody. I have like kind of a long laundry list of things I look for in, somebody
No,
with
but like,
potential in the
wait,
future.
pause.
So like I don't
Women, bro,
see
I
that
hate
person that wants
when.
to
Oh
approach
my
me.
god, I hate when women do this. I hate
What?
when women do this.
Like I'd never
Yeah,
let
she
people
just did.
approach
She
me
just
is
did
my
the
point.
depends. She just did the depends.
I hate when women do this. Wait, pause. I
What?
don't rely on aesthetics. Well, how's he gonna fucking look? Here's the thing, Winter. I said to come up to you, right?
And I don't want anybody
So
to
let's
come up
say,
to me.
okay, so you don't want anybody to come up to you. Like no guy should
No,
ever
even if they're
approach you.
fine. Like even if they look like my dream dude, like leave me alone.
That's
That is
pretty
not the
base.
place.
She's
There's a
working.
time and place.
Okay, no, but
That's
like I'm
pretty
saying, like,
base.
all right, I'm saying like not in the gym. I'm talking about like in general. Okay, so let's say you want a guy to come up to you, right? Like you said, it's not just about the aesthetic, but if you don't know him, how are you gonna know anything else about him besides the aesthetic?
Exactly.
That's my point.
She
How do you
curves
choose
on
what
him.
type
She
of
watches how he
guy?
trains. She
Yeah.
sees how
I
he
think it
trains. Does
depends
he
on the
train really
setting.
hard?
The setting.
I mean,
And then
some
also my
people just
mindset, like
don't want to
right
meet
now in my
everybody
life,
random
I
times.
don't
I'm
even
not
have
talking
that
about right
mindset right
now in
now.
your life, Winter. I'm talking
Well,
about
how could I
throughout your whole life.
postulate this hypothetical if right now, like my mental is just not there.
Oh, so like
I'm not interested in any of that. If I happen to find somebody along the way, like in what I do, that happens to be, in my chat and local or something like that, my time frees up and I go meet somebody. Cool. If it works out, I talk to them, get to know them, whatever. But in everyday life, I don't want anybody approaching me. Like I'm focused
and
up
you've
in
never like you've always been
my
like
head
that.
isn't there.
You like no guy has
Yeah,
ever
and that's
approached.
what I've
Wait,
been able
so
to do
no
as
guy
much as
has
I have for
ever
26.
approached you and succeeded, ever.
Well, they have, and most they get is like my number, but leave me alone. Like,
And you don't text them.
no, chances are I leave them on red. I'm a worse texter though. I hate phones. I don't even use my phone.
So no guy has succeeded after. So you tell me your whole life, all throughout life, no guy has ever like gotten you in person.
Picked you up.
Most of them I met whenever it was like years and years. I've known these people whenever I was growing up, and then they were the same age, and then we became adults later on, and I knew them really in depth, and then eventually I gave them a chance.
So you had to
No,
vet
it
them
really
properly.
hasn't been like that for me.
So
So
basically,
you had to vet them properly. I
yeah,
see.
basically,
Pretty
she
much.
goes by
I'm
like
very selective.
she goes by like, I'm guessing, you just have to be around them, right, and like get to know them. That you have to have the same type of friend groups or something, right? Friend groups.
Yeah, kind of like you, the same mentality. Like, I have to see something in somebody else that is like me, and that's kind of like few and far between whenever that exists. And I also on
No,
top
not
of
really. Like
know
to
them.
approach a girl, like I just gotta see a fat ass, a cute face,
True.
and she just gotta
Well,
have a
that's
slim
you
waist.
though.
Okay, and
True.
yeah, like I can't really know anything else about her if I don't know her. So I gotta get to know
And
who she
another
is, right?
problem, I chronically friend zone people off rip without getting to know them. Like my
Yeah, but
mind
like
just isn't
it's
there.
impossible to put a guy
Well, I
like
do
it's
that
impossible
kind
to
of
put a guy like me in the friend zone. Like you won't have the opportunity.
I don't
you know?
know. I don't know if
It's
I'm
just
retarded
impossible.
or disabled or what,
What's up?
but I'm not. I'm not. Maybe I'm just mentally gay. Because I
Hey,
don't.
shout
I
out
don't.
Estrio. Shout out Estrio.
I don't do.
Oh
Shout
my
out
God.
SGO.
He's in chat. He's
I
in
don't
chat.
do that.
It's hilarious.
I don't do. I don't approach.
Oh
I
my
don't do
God.
that shit. I'm like a cat. I want them to approach me. On God.
Well, here's the thing.
Like, I'm like a princess in that way.
I'm
I
like the
just
best of.
listen,
Well, I'm gonna tell you
and I
why,
just
Tell
wait
them
Joker.
to
them to
approach
approach.
me, but it hasn't worked in 28 years, right? So we're approaching them.
I'm like the best of
mean-
both worlds, Joker. So like basically, I used to be ugly, so I had to approach, right? But then when I got good looking, you know what, bro? I'll be back.
What is this guy doing? What's he doing?
I
Did we get our
disabled him.
rage quit already? So early?
That was
We
pretty
already said.
easy. Next one, Mini.
What's up,
Why you
buddy?
so ugly, bro?
Ugly! Let me.
Wow.
What's
Mini's
ugly about this
pretty.
guy?
You're
Huh?
looking
He's
like the
pretty.
people that sold me cigars on the beach in Mexico.
Yeah,
You
you're
know
looking
what
like the guy.
He looks
cigars
like
Listen,
the
mean
stoop
in
kid that
Mexico?
listen,
has like a raincoat
listen.
and goes like,
You're
"Hey,
looking like the girl who bought the cigars from me. How about that, bitch?
I don't know.
You're
I don't
looking like the
know.
bitch. You're looking like the bitch
Maybe
who bought the
maybe
cigars
I'm
for,
just maybe I'm
for
just
her and
attracting
her
the
sister.
lesbians. You know, the lesbians. Maybe I'm just lesbians.
Yeah, maybe you are
Attracting the
mentally
lesbians.
gay. Maybe you should bang Elijah, right? Maybe you're a lesbian and you should fuck
see
I
Elijah.
how they
can't.
talk to each
He
other."
just like KO'd. You know, he just got KO'd. I don't want that weakness in my
Well,
life.
that's your man's. That's your man's. Look, your man's went down.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Chicks
I need a
approaching.
strong bitch.
All right. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
look.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, he's better. You didn't hurt
Yeah,
me.
the
Okay. I
he
just had it.
had
You didn't hurt me.
okay,
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
okay, we
good.
can
Yeah,
pretend.
I'm
set the
good. I'm
record
good.
straight.
So basically,
pretend.
right? When I became, better looking, okay, more girls started like being more open to approaching me, but like it's so much easier like to approach now, like it's so much easier. Like now I don't really have to
Yeah,
try as hard as I used to, So easy.
I mean, if I wanted to, I would like ace it because humans are just so retarded these days. You just come up to a random NPC, start talking, they're like disabled. They don't know what the fuck to do,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
People just don't have any conversations.
Well, I
You
think
know what's
you know
crazy? You know what's the crazy part?
what's up.
Women these days expect to find a long-term relationship on Tinder. That's the
Facts.
crazy part.
That is the crazy part. I
Because
agree.
Wait,
because
actually, that I found that before.
Oh
because
my
there's
God, but
no
winter, but winter, but winter,
interhuman relationships in
but
2023.
winter,
Yeah,
but
you're not
winter.
gonna
Wait, you
find.
found it before? How long was the relationship?
We were married for almost 3 years.
Well, guess what, winter?
Hmm.
You're not together anymore.
Yeah, and you want to know why? It's my own dumbass fault. We became
No,
best
yeah,
friends,
it's
and
your own
like
fault for choosing a
I
guy
should have
off
never.
Tinder.
No, no,
You should
no,
have
no.
never
It's not
chosen a
that.
guy off
He
Tinder.
is such a stand-up guy, but like I never should have got married to him.
I know.
I ended up saying yes whenever he proposed to me, just
Why? Wait,
because
why? What's the
honestly,
reason?
like at the time, at the juncture, he was my very best friend, and he was like head over heels. He was perfect to me. I was like, you know what? Maybe eventually I could fall in love with him. So like I just,
Best friend. So he
you
went
know
from
what I'm
being your
saying?
Oh
friend zone.
no!
Look at
Yeah,
this.
and
Look at
then
this. Isn't
so
this
here's the worst
crazy?
part. So here's the worst
Hmm.
part. This
You know,
guy,
the guy is in
the
chat right
poor
now.
guy.
Hi, where are you? Doing
I'm
good?
sorry, I love
So
you
he
if
went
you're
from
watching.
being your
Um,
friend to dating. This is
Come
why guys and
and
girls
so
on.
can't
years
be
later,
friends.
I realized,
Nope.
it's not gonna work out. And well, I agree with that part actually,
Right?
Elijah. Unless it's business or there's like
Yeah.
some mutual interest like that, you can't
Yeah.
be friends.
I agree.
Come
Anyway,
on.
No, still can't
yeah.
be
So like
friends. You still can't be friends.
almost
No,
three
you
Fuck.
years
can't.
down the
You
road,
can't.
then
You
I
only
asked
hit
for a
each other up for
divorce.
business. That's it.
And then the date was the worst part too. I didn't realize the date. I didn't plan it, but turns out I gave him the divorce papers April 2nd, and he thought I forgot the date, and it was a bad April 4th date or
April
something like
1st?
that.
Oh my
Based,
god!
I know. I was
based.
like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean it. I didn't think about it or anything. I was like, but I mean it. Like, can you sign
Oh,
this?
this just goes from bad to.
I know.
Oh my
I think it's
God.
great.
So that
Listen,
happened.
Yeah,
I
I
you
do
love
think
dated a
being
dude
men
off
and
Also,
Tinder.
women. Listen, I do think men and women can be friends if
Oh
they're
my
attractive.
God,
If
Minnie.
they're
We spoke
unattractive,
about this,
if they're
Minnie.
like
unattractive,
maybe.
We
if
spoke
they're
about this.
unattractive,
No, I'll tell you this.
if
I'll
they're
tell you this.
unattractive.
If a girl's
Listen,
fucking
if she goes, oh
if she's
yeah, we can be
ugly,
friends.
why would
Yeah, we can be
why would I
friends.
want her around me, bro? Why?
She's got pretty friends. That's why.
No.
Yes, yes.
No,
Everybody
bro.
You
knows
know,
this.
I
you know
don't
what I
need
gotta
to use a
say.
girl to get to another girl. I don't
Yes.
need that.
You
No,
know what
but
I
it's
gotta say.
easier. But it's easier.
No,
Ian.
it's so easy.
easier.
It's actually so much easier if you like. Go ahead, Joker. Actually, I feel like Joker's what he was going to say. So good.
You know what I gotta say.
Go ahead.
So she found the guy, gave him hope because she was too mean to like crush his heart.
Yeah.
So she strung him along for 3 years,
She was too
and then
weak.
she broke his heart on April the 2nd. You know, women, bro, women. Tea time.
Shake it.
Let's have some
We're
tea
spilling
and
all the tea on this pod.
let's appreciate some tea here on Discord. Let's use the features
Guy.
Do
and
it again. Do it again.
don't forget the nails, of course. The nails.
Oh my
The
God.
women these days, women. I can't stand him.
Jesus Christ, poor
All right,
guy.
Winter. So, you think guys and girls can't be friends, right? Ever?
Definitely not unless there's some mutual interest where like it's a mutual destruction, mutual assured destruction, basically. So do you have something mutual to lose? Is there a business relationship? Are you working towards something? And if one person fucks it up or the other, will it fuck everything you're working towards
No,
up?
I think
Then you can
guys
be
and
friends.
girls cannot be friends. If it's a business relationship, they are an acquaintance.
She gotta be on Spectrum.
No,
Oh,
not
definitely.
necessarily, because a lot of business we conduct in the groups we do conduct between like male and female. Like you, for instance, you became family. So
Family.
you're no longer a friend, you're family. But other people we work
Exactly.
with, I consider them close friends, and I don't want to fuck any of them at all. And I don't think that they want to fuck me either, or at least they hide it
I
well.
think that's a myth, honestly.
I think we need to do the text
Yeah, I
message
think
test.
I think that's a myth. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we need to do the
go
text
through my
message
text
test.
Message test.
Yeah, 100%.
But they
Hey,
watch
wait,
them,
what'd
though.
you say?
They-
You said you don't
We
think.
could do an episode.
Wait,
like
you
that if
said
you
your
want, but I
friends.
don't want, no,
You
I'm
said
not
your
the bitch
wait.
that
You
exposes
said your
DMs.
you said your guy friends don't want to fuck you. Yeah.
Mm,
Hmm.
I would say my orbiters want to fuck me. I think I'm not sure that you would define them as friends, especially
Your
in this, like,
orbiters?
No, but your friends.
Your friends, like the guys that
Yeah.
like. Oh, what about your business partners? Like, do you think they want to fuck you?
I don't care whether they do or not. I don't want.
But do you yes or no? So yes.
The
so that's-
compliments.
okay, besides that,
The compliments.
uh,
Look at this.
so you have
That's
like
a yes.
so like you have
That's
like
a
guy
yes.
friends, yeah? Do you think there's any
I
guy
would
friend
say
that you
this,
have?
He's married and he has friends that are women. It's
Oh, so
possible.
he's not
Are
gonna
those
fuck you
women
because he's
women that you
married.
want to fuck?
Wait, so he's not gonna fuck you
Why
because
is
he's
it so hard
married.
for women to say
But
yes?
you won't because you're a good man.
Wait,
still?
so he's not gonna
Why is
fuck
it-
you because he's
Why is it
married.
so hard
It makes
for a
sense.
short
It makes
answer?
sense. Okay.
Why is it so hard? for a
Because
short
Joker, they're so used to just lying.
Wait, so like he's
We
married
gotta
and like
stop.
he's married and you think he doesn't want to fuck you because he's married? Did he say he doesn't
I
want to
think-
fuck you because?
Okay, here's the one exception actually, because the chat came in and that kind of jogged my memory a little bit. I think the difference between if you really want to be friends with somebody, you have to go in with the intention, like everybody knowing moving forward. Like the way I run my community solo streams, aside from like this podcast, for instance, I run a no simp zone, and I make that very clear.
You're killing
And
me,
if people
Winter. You're
start
killing me.
anyway,
Oh
then
my
that's
god.
on them. But for me, they know like it's homie.
We're on the base podcast, so we gotta tell you the truth,
Yeah.
Winter. We gotta tell
They
you the
know
truth.
way.
Please do.
No way.
They
no
all
way.
want to fuck you just because they're like nose. Do you remember
Well,
what
that's
happened
fine.
yesterday?
That's
Chat.
one-sided.
Chat. I'm gonna tell you what
Winter,
happened, chat.
Update your
I'm gonna
programming.
tell you
No
what happened.
Safe Zone
Oh.
was like a few
Well,
months
Again,
ago.
Chat.
no, look, I'm not oblivious, and maybe they do. Chances are, I know that they wanna, but
Yeah,
it's
guess
not
what, Winter?
mutual.
Guess
So
what, Winter?
at the end of the day, it's still just friends.
If you gave
know?
them the opportunity, they would take it. Okay, easily. And guess what? Guess
Well,
what? You know what's
regardless,
crazy?
they're just friends
For
to me,
example,
not, like,
oh yeah, they're
reciprocated.
friends to you. Yeah, you think you can trust them? Think about this, right? You can't even trust them in Discord.
No, I only
Yesterday,
trust like our innermost circle.
why yesterday when you went AFK, right? I went to click on the server and I typed in general chat and I looked to the left. I looked to the left and I seen two of her not simp, people drag her in casting couch. There's a fucking VC called. They put her on the fucking couch, right? And they were both. I don't know what they were doing while she was unconscious. She wasn't there. She was AFK.
Bruh.
Okay.
Yeah, by
What
the way,
the
brief
fuck?
Discord
They're
plug, make sure
role-playing.
you're in our Discord. They're mutual server owners as well. And
I almost banned him. I almost banned him.
Exclamation mark Discord.
I almost
That's where
banned
Discord
him.
comes from.
I'm like,
We
yo,
might-
literally, Winter. Imagine that. Imagine if that was transferred to real life. Like, I'm glad this is on the internet. Imagine, right? If you were unconscious, drunk on the couch, like they probably
Imagine
would.
if
They
it was
probably would have
reality.
crazy slicked
That's
you.
Thing.
They
I
probably
agree
would've
there.
crazy
If it was
slicked you.
IRL, it would be weird.
They
No,
probably
But
would've
these
crazy
days,
slicked
it's
you.
like-
That's why they on the
No,
Discord,
come
man.
on, no,
Look,
come
look,
on,
Joker,
that's-
look,
that's
they
why-
would've-
that's
look.
why
You don't-
it's like-
That's why
One
you
of
don't
them
wanna
would have
meet
been
your
grabbing your
fans.
boob here. The other one would have been grabbing your other boob. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
That's,
They would've
that's why you
crazy-
don't meet your fans, bro.
That's
They're
all
just
I'm
gonna pulse test you. You don't meet
Hey,
your fans. man.
boss says you.
They're gonna test your pulse, man. Don't
Oh
don't do
my
that.
god.
Don't do
I'm
that.
telling you,
David says he's
Windsor.
the one that put me on the couch, but he wasn't in VC. Like he just dragged me.
Okay, and guess what? They
Bro,
joined
those
up.
fucking pulse
And they
checkers.
joined up so fast, Winter. They joined up so fast. Ooh, couch, Winter. Oh my god.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
really?
they're part of our community to hang out with you, me, Joker, or Donbee. We're all server owners, and they're there.
But
for
you
us.
weren't even
They put
there.
me online.
You weren't
Okay,
even
well, they're still
there.
there to
Wait,
support
how
and
do you know
keep
she was
helping
asleep?
again.
Because she
How
was
do you know
look,
she
look,
was
look. I didn't
asleep,
know
bro?
she was asleep, but I know that she was muted, and those guys weren't. Okay, so basically she wasn't there. All right, and those guys were taking advantage of her while she wasn't there. Okay.
You said she was asleep.
They
So
said,
I
they said
I
they
know
were
she
friends
wasn't
with
there.
each
I don't know if she was
other.
asleep.
And I
Did
stay in
you-
BC
I said
all
in
the
real life,
time,
Minnie. I said
and we always
imagine.
hang out.
Minnie, I said imagine if this was real life and she was asleep on the
Mm.
couch.
You're so
Right?
fixated on this tea.
Yeah, you
Mm.
know what? I'm pissed. I'm pissed, okay? Look,
Well,
honestly,
you're
I
a
think
protective brother. I get it.
no,
Like,
because guys and girls can't be friends. I'm protective overall. I think any man, right, that like Minnie, for example, right? I can't really trust Minnie to like be friends. Like Minnie says, like, oh, like guys and girls can be friends. I can guarantee you, he would probably fuck a few of his friends. You know?
if they gave you the chance, Minnie, be honest.
Listen.
Would you?
You need to be honest. This is the base.
This is
Be
based
honest.
podcast.
Would you fuck your
I
friends?
would never
if
fuck a
they
girl
were
that
hot?
I called a friend. No, sir.
Friends with benefits.
You see?
Yeah,
Oh my
but
God,
listen,
bro.
But listen,
Got
no,
'em,
I do
bro.
have. Listen, I do
Got
have
'em.
female friends that I would never bang.
We got
Never.
him, bro.
And I do have female friends that are attractive that I would never bang.
We got him, bro.
Because I know their issues. You know what I mean?
But would they
Like, I
bang
like
you?
them.
Would they bang you?
Oh, yeah. They
See,
bang me.
come on,
But-
bro.
but-
It's like, bro.
But they have issues, so I'm like, hell no, stay away
Oh
from
my
that.
God. So
Ladies
both
and
ways,
gentlemen,
I do the
fuck.
cross.
We got him.
We got
got
him.
I do the
GG's
cross.
both ways.
I'm good.
I do the cross, you know, and I leave them. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's GG's both ways, bro. I'm saying men and women, right? Like if a guy,
It's hard. It's very hard, yeah.
and that's why I
complicated.
think like even like your friends can't be friends with your girl. You know, like y'all can be cordial, right? They can't be friends with you, bro. Maybe like if your friend has a wife, right? Then there you go. They can be friends. The wives, they could talk about like
I can't be friends with your girl. Are you
no,
insecure?
no. I can't be friends with your girl either. It's business. Look.
Are you insecure? Am I gonna steal your girl?
No, bro, but here's the thing, right? Like unintentional. Do you agree that conversations between men and women, and between everybody, honestly, it's just sexually charged, okay? Right?
Ah?
And I believe
Wait.
Well,
I
When
believe
talk
every
to you,
conversation
our
we have
conversations are
is
sexually
sexually
charged.
charged. I think every conversation
I
we
think you
have,
might be bisexual.
I think
buddy.
every conversation we have is sexually charged.
He's
Okay?
a
I
lesbian.
think you might be slightly.
That's what I think.
bisexual.
That's what I think. Even
Lesbian.
conversations I have with myself, I'm like, damn, did I just raise myself up in my mind? Like, what the fuck? I'm just saying, look, literally every conversation is sexually charged.
that moment was wild. That was wild.
Are you
Oh
always
my
jerking
God.
off or what?
Nah.
Jesus.
For everybody, remind
It was
you,
crazy. I was
everybody.
raising myself up. In
He
my
said,
head.
you know what he said? I can't deal with myself because I am just too deep. He said to himself.
Mm.
I said,
He
I
raised
can't
himself.
handle myself.
And then he thought, damn, I
Oh
could
my
go too
God.
deep in myself.
Hey, no.
Look,
Oh
Minnie,
my
I'm
God, bro.
Joker clone. That guy is fucking getting locked to the bed, dude. The Joker clone,
Oh,
I
would
gotta tell
I
you.
bang myself?
of course,
Yeah.
of
I'm
course. That's why.
Bruh,
We,
what?
that's why this is the based world podcast with the narcs
I'd
here.
bang my clone, bro. I love myself. Yeah.
I wouldn't bang
course.
myself, bro.
Oh,
Why
I
not?
would.
The fuck?
I'd bang myself.
I would not
I'd
bang
say-
myself. Bro.
At 69, that
I'd bang
motherfucker.
myself.
What the
I feel like-
fuck?
I feel like what would happen is like the hamster experiments where they change the hamster's brain, where he gets like unlimited dopamine when he presses a button. He just dies because he
No,
presses the
you know
button.
what
He
it
doesn't
is?
do he doesn't
You
do
turn
anything
something
else.
yourself
He
off.
just clicks the
No,
button
you
all
gotta-
day,
that's
doesn't
why-
eat,
look.
doesn't drink, and then he dies. That would be me.
So what you're saying is right, like the closest thing, because I would rather like the closest thing to banging yourself is like getting a girl that's just like you, I guess.
Yeah, what do you
Right.
think I did? What do you think I tried to
Exactly.
do?
Exactly,
past
right? That's
few
the
months,
closest
what do
thing
you
to
think I
banging
tried to
yourself. If you get somebody that's just like you,
What
but
do you
like,
think? What do you think I tried to do, man? That's my goals.
But here's the thing, right? I think
I want like a mini me, a mini
but here's the
me
thing, if you become like, influential
with
enough.
pussy and boobs.
Oh my God. If you
Listen.
become influential enough, you can turn any girl into you. okay?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Doesn't she kind of turn a little bit into you? At least a bit.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
They always turn into
Oh
me.
yeah, anybody you
Every
date
single
morphs
time.
into you a little bit.
Every single
Yeah.
time they turn into me. It's so crazy.
Yeah, like Winter, I made her autistic. She was normal before.
Yeah, I mean, A little bit,
Now
not
she's
gonna
like
lie.
ADHD, bipolar,
I'm so
autistic,
ADHD,
psychopath.
Andy, get a little manic, not gonna lie.
Damn,
But I mean, to be fair, I rubbed off on him in a lot of ways too. So, ew. Okay.
I was about to
Okay,
say. I was
well,
about to say.
okay,
You
well,
rubbed him what?
Fake news. Fake news.
what
That is
kind of
not
rubbed
tea.
off?
That's not
You
tea.
rubbed him off?
Yeah,
Ah.
what kind of rubbed off?
No,
What
fake,
the fuck?
fake news. Weird wording.
back to the
Oh
back
my
to the
God.
chat.
Why
love
is
them.
Joker
I
not
love them.
speaking?
Which Joker?
Nah.
My cologne. He's in the dungeon, bro. He's chained
Oh
up.
my
Mm.
God, bro. Honestly,
He
yeah,
doesn't
but
get. He doesn't get rights. He's a clone.
I think all conversations are sexually charged, you know, and that's
Even
why.
You think it's on both ends?
Even
or
about
is
Bro,
it
Jesus.
even
the
with
girl
your
is the aggressor or
mom,
the
even
man?
when you're talking to your mother,
Okay,
sexually charged conversation.
I don't know why you gotta
come
make it
on.
weird,
I mean, where
bro.
do
I
you
don't know
think
why
the
you gotta make it
Freudian?
weird, bro.
No, but where
This
do you
is
think
what
the
happens
Why you
Freudian
gotta
theory
make it weird,
when
bro?
you say everyone,
A little bit.
everyone.
Yeah,
I don't know why you
conversation.
gotta make it
your
weird, bro.
father, your brother.
Okay, look. I'm just for everybody's sake.
Come
I'm
on,
just
buddy.
gonna say not family. Okay, how about that?
Okay.
Can I say at
Okay,
least
what if
say
it's
that?
what if it's your stepsister?
No, bro. No, bro. Look, I'm
What
not
if
with
she's
that.
an adopted sister?
I'm not with that, bro. I'm not with that. I actually have a stepsister. You know, I'm not with that.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, so she's not hot enough.
Bro,
You just called her
what the
ugly.
fuck?
You're
Damn.
about to KO him. One more. He's critical. Do
Nah,
one more.
y'all are fucking
Finish
crazy.
him.
Are you
Y'all
He's
friends
about
with your
to-
sister? Are you friends
He's
with
about to go. He's about to go to the bathroom again.
Are you
Look,
friends?
I'm just saying, right? Like, I think when you care about like what you're talking about, right, and you're very passionate, then you put sexual energy into it, right? So like when you talk with another person about what you're passionate about, right, then I think it's sexually charged. That's my take.
So you think passion is sexual
Oh yeah.
inherently?
Think about it. Minnie, say passion in your accent. You know what I'm saying?
Passion.
Okay, what if I'm into
Passion. Yes.
what if I'm into
Yes.
taxidermy? What if I'm into taxidermy?
Huh?
You're wildin', bro.
What if I'm
where did
into-
that come from?
I don't know about that one.
What if I'm
I
if I'm
I do
super
not
pa-
associate
what if
that.
I'm
I do not.
what if I'm super
Right,
passionate
Sheik?
into
Thank you, Sheik. Thank
taxidermy?
you,
I'm
Sheik.
like, Elijah, let me tell
You're
you
not
about
negative, I
taxidermy.
agree.
So I
Stay
skin the
positive
deer,
and stop being
and then I
negative
make
You know
it
what?
everywhere.
tall, and then I put
In
the
case you guys are
skin.
wondering, I
Okay.
didn't get
You
that
know
much
what?
from Joker.
Okay, so
No,
look,
you know
Joker, if
what?
you're into that,
Listen,
Uh,
I agree
Taxidermy
with Eli
isn't
a little bit more.
zoophilia, bro.
Listen,
It's
no,
ta-
but
it's-
I agree with Eli a little bit more because if you're super passionate about taxidermy, bro, you wanna fuck them. yeah, you wanna fuck them, bro. You're talking about taxidermy, kind of like.
Actually, I agree because
Look at the way
horse
the
girls
skin
exist.
pulls.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
horse
God.
girls exist. I believe now. Yeah, actually, it's true.
Stop arguing
And the
in my
white
chat,
girls
guys.
who
Come on,
let their
wholesome.
dogs kiss
Good
them.
vibes. I'm good
That's
vibes from
true.
now on.
That's
Now that
what's
I
up. I don't
left
understand
Logan
people
server,
who
it's
do
all
that.
good
But
vibes.
you lick
Okay?
you lick
It's
your own
all good
asshole.
vibes.
Don't even-
like.
I'm becoming better. every
Because
day.
they would want
Yeah,
to lick
well,
the dog's
listen,
asshole. That's
listen.
why.
A lot of people like licking asshole, okay? And so if the dog does it, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it
Couldn't
too.
be me.
Because they're
Couldn't
fucking
be me.
animals.
Yeah, what do you mean?
fucking
Couldn't be
animals.
me.
I'm
Couldn't be
just
me
saying.
what?
I'm just
Say that
saying.
again.
White
I would
girls
never
fuck
lick
dogs,
another
bro.
asshole.
Are you confused? Wait. Pause. So here's the thing.
I
right?
would never lick another asshole. What do you mean? Am I
Lick
confused? I know
another.
exactly what I mean.
Another? Wait,
Lick-
why do you say
Another?
Lick another.
Well, I can't
Except
lick
her
mine,
own.
so that's a given.
Oh, I thought
But
you meant you
somebody
licked one
else's,
before.
like-
I thought you meant you
Why-
licked one
No,
before.
what
You
I'm
say
saying
my
is
bad.
couldn't be
My bad.
me. Never
Oh.
could
But
be
you said
me.
another,
Oh, my
so
bad.
this
Yeah, I
implies
thought you
there's
meant you
already
licked
a-
somebody's asshole. That's my bad.
I wish I could reach my own at this point.
No, not your own, but like, okay, look.
What the
Day
fuck?
612 of
Yeah,
those,
but like, here's the
and
thing,
I'm
Winter.
like-
Here's the thing, Winter.
Look, man, if I could, I would.
But Winter, don't women love assholes? Am I? No.
That's true.
No. They're
Self-love
tempting,
is
but no.
self-love
my
is holy,
God,
man.
bro.
Self-love is holy.
I can't.
You know, for those who think this guy's kind of satanic, no, licking your own asshole is holy. Okay, it's self-love.
Oh, bro, what are you?
You know who's not an asshole? You know who's not an asshole, right?
Hard pass. I'm good.
Who's not an asshole is the mods. You know, all of you fucking. Let's talk about this, Winter, huh?
Oh Christ.
why don't you e-girls, right? Just marry your fucking tier threes. You know, the ones that pay you thousands and thousands. They'll treat you good for the
Marry
rest of your
Ghost?
life.
He's married. Marry Neon Sniper Panda? No, thank you.
Did you
That's
say
business.
ghosts? What the fuck? Why'd you say ghosts?
Because those are like the first two tier threes that come to mind.
Oh, why? Why is that? Because there are options
Because
for you.
they're like the ones
There are
I'm
options, huh?
closest to.
That's
So,
crazy. No, I wasn't thinking about them. I was talking about the losers, like the fucking the ones that could never like
I don't have loser tier threes. They're dope.
You're
I
lying.
need-
Now
I
she's
need
cold. Here comes the
copium.
copium. Look at the copium in
I
her
need some
fucking
tier three,
face.
Chad.
Oh
No,
my
I
go
god.
need
look,
some
go
tier
look at the
threes.
people that are
Look
tier
at the
3 and
copium
other
in her
subs in our.
face.
No, seriously, I think you
Oh my
attract the
God.
people that you are like, and we are kind of decent quality
No,
people.
Winter,
like,
you
everything.
as a
Damn, I
woman,
attract a bunch
you
of
as a
degenerates.
woman. No,
Literally,
you're
if you
wrong.
look at all the people in our server, they're fucking built. Like they go to the gym. You can even go
Winter,
look in the real
look,
world. Go
Winter.
to our Discord, guys. Chat if you don't believe me. Go to our Discord. Go to the real world portion. They're all like built out. They trade or they're trying to learn. Like it's unreal.
What do you mean you attract? Okay, look, I think yes, you attract the people that you like, but you can also attract more people too, right? People that you are like. You
Yep.
let's say you're the nicest girl, you can still attract the worst man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay, like you got to realize that. Okay. And all I'm saying is, right? Like you can attract you probably attract some, some mods or tier 3s that would treat you like so good for the rest of your life, right? This is what I'm saying about all of you women in general, right? They'll treat you so good.
My head isn't there. I'm not in that headspace anymore, to be honest. I think I come from a
Copium.
different
Let's
perspective.
go.
No, I
It's
come from
open
a different
now.
perspective, and here's why. So, like, I've had the whole marriage kids thing. So, like, if it happens for me again, great. But if not, like,
Oh my
I'm focused
gosh,
up on other
chic,
things.
bro.
Whereas
What the
women,
fuck?
they haven't done their part. They haven't reproduced,
Hoppy,
and then they're going to
relax.
have
Why you
that
get so
hindsight
horny?
There's a
2020 effect
need.
if they don't, and then they're like older. They don't do their part, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, like I missed out. I'm so sad, depressed. But me, like I've done that. So if it happens again, great. If not, great. I don't mind.
No, Elijah, I'll tell you what. You're mistaken on your premise because the simps are not gonna treat a girl right.
Nah,
They're
you're good,
not.
bro. You're chilling. You just told her not to be
Just spoiling a girl isn't treating her right.
negative. What do
It's
you
ruining her.
mean, bro? Okay, so you're
You
saying
you
you're
you
saying
need a guy, you
treating
need a
her right.
man that's gonna say to a girl, "Yo, you're being on your crazy shit right now. Like, can you stop?"
Nah, but
Joker
like I'm
is
thinking about it. I'm
saying-
thinking about it, Joker, right? Like my daughter, right? Like let's say you had a daughter. I would want her to get with the fucking
Oh
dude.
no, horrible. That's
I would look. If I was to like marry
Please
her
don't
off,
reproduce,
and then if
Elijah.
I was to
He's
marry
gonna
her
grow
off,
up.
if I was to marry her off in an arranged marriage, okay, right, I would put her with the dude that
pretty
would
basic.
treat her so good for the rest of her life. He would never cheat on her because he couldn't, and and she could like step on him and like do whatever the fuck she wants, like.
No,
Yeah.
you don't want that, dude,
I
because
do.
that guy can't protect her. That guy
Yeah, he
can't
can.
protect
He can.
her.
He can still
No,
learn.
he can't.
Yeah, I'll
No, he
look.
can't.
No,
Honestly,
he can't.
hey, look.
He gets run
What do you
over
mean?
by a
No, he
girl.
can't.
He can't protect
What do you mean?
anybody.
No, he can't. I'll fucking put
Sorry,
him.
bro.
Hey,
Run
look,
over by a
Minnie,
girl,
Minnie.
he's not protecting anybody.
Hey, he
He'll
gonna
just
learn.
get
He,
evicted.
hey, he gonna learn today. I'm gonna throw his ass in the ring, and he gonna learn. All right.
The problem is
He
that's
gonna
how you
learn.
get murderers. That's how you get.
Yeah.
That's how you had civil disputes where the guy kills his wife after 20 years when he's done with her shit. He took her shit for 20 years. He let her step on
Yeah.
him like a carpet.
Yeah, but
In
obviously,
Russian,
as
we
no,
call that
look,
being a carpet.
the good thing is, look,
And
look, you
got
make
enough, and they
look.
just killed her.
That's
the
it.
right
That's
way
the
to do it.
thing, though. That's the thing,
They're
right?
not
Because look,
straight.
as he's becoming like your stepson or whatever, right? You're fucking teaching him how to be a better man, right? For your daughter, and
Isn't
like
it
then,
kind of cocked, bro? If you think
Teaching
about it.
him how to not be a simp.
yes, bro.
Don't you
So
teach
you
your
don't
daughter
kinda
how to
fuck-
pick
for a fucking
appropriate men? That way
Yes,
you don't have to
son-in-law.
babysit her man.
What? Say that
Yeah,
again. Say that again.
exactly.
Say that again.
Why don't you teach your daughter how to pick higher value men? That way you
No,
don't have to
because
babysit
the
low
high
men.
value men are the ones that fucking cheat on her. They're
Not
gonna cheat on
necessarily.
her.
Not.
Not with God in their
Okay.
hearts.
The guys with
You
God.
need-
There you go, Joker. I like that one.
In
Yes.
look, this
The guys with
how it
God.
works. This is the math. This is the perfect formula to have not fucked up children. The son needs to be like the father, and the daughter needs to marry a guy who is like the father,
Yes, I agree.
and the father needs to be based.
I agree. But
and with
here's the
God.
thing.
And that
Here's the
that
thing.
we
Here's the
do
thing.
that, and we
If a
solve
guy,
the
no,
world's
no,
problem.
no. If my daughter brings home a dude that's just like me, rip,
Then
Oh my
that's
god,
bad
you
because
gotta
Rip.
go. You gotta kick his
because
ass
you're
out.
Rip.
you're awful. You're
Rip.
awful.
But you know what? You wanna know something, Eli? She's gonna love
I really,
that
I'm
guy.
not gonna lie. I don't know
She's
how.
gonna
I don't know.
love that guy.
I don't know how I got into my ex parents' house. I don't know how I got in there, and they like. I don't know how that happened, but look, honestly,
Even
like,
Eli.
Nas wrote a song about it. Like it's karma. How you treat women. Eventually, if
Yes.
you end up having a daughter, and then she ends up getting her heart broken
exactly,
and fucked over. So
exactly.
So
maybe
you
just don't
gotta fix your
reproduce.
shit. So you
Me?
gotta
Are you
fix your
talking to
shit,
me?
Eli.
Don't
Yes.
reproduce.
Yes.
What?
You
I'm
gotta
not
fix
saying.
your
I'm
shit.
not
Why?
saying.
'Cause
I'm not saying I'm a bad dude, but like, if I seen, a nigga like me, I mean, look, honestly, I wouldn't trust him with my daughter. That's all I'm saying. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Then you need to
Bro, I
change
literally look. I'm
yourself.
gonna tell you how it
Then you need
goes.
to change yourself.
I'm gonna tell you how.
Of
Imagine
course.
this. Imagine this.
Because
Imagine
she's
this.
gonna be looking
Imagine
for you,
this.
bro.
Imagine
She's
this.
gonna be
Imagine
looking
this.
for
Imagine
you.
this. Look, imagine this. Imagine this. Okay, like mini Joker, right? You have a daughter. Okay, let's say you have a daughter. She's fucking
I'm gonna kill myself in GTA.
in GTA. Chill. She's like 19. Okay, right?
What the
And
fuck?
she
I'm
has
trying to
she
get
has
that.
a man now. Like she's trying to get
What
married
is
to
this
this man.
cuck fantasy, bro?
She's trying
Why
to
you
get
doing
married to
this?
this man, okay? And he pulls up in his fucking white Camaro, loud ass fucking car in your fucking driveway. He gets out the car. You see a big fucking black man with chains on and dreads, right? And he's like, "What's good?"
I ain't racist.
And he's like,
W,
"What's
bro.
good? What's good?"
Wait,
And
hold
then
on. What
and then
month is it? Hold on, Eli. What month is it? Is it Black History Month? And
nah,
okay, it's
nah,
not,
nah, nah.
right, brother.
Okay,
Nah. It's not Black History Month.
let me pass. Let me pass
I'll
this
tell
to
you
your
It's
that.
still
mind.
Hey, look.
alright, dude.
I'll tell you. I'll
No,
tell
no,
you
no,
what
no,
month it is.
no. I'll tell you what.
It ain't cuffing season.
Arranged,
I'll tell you that much.
arranged marriages are cucked if you think about it,
That's.
Yes.
You think so?
because you're
Yes.
choosing a man. You're choosing a man who's gonna dick
You're
down your
choosing your
daughter
replacement.
every
Yeah.
day.
Okay, bro. I'm not even thinking about that. Look, I'm just choosing a man that's gonna protect her. What the fuck? Dig down your daughter. I wasn't even thinking that
If
far.
you
I ain't
think
gonna.
that you
I
have
don't even want to
like
think about
No,
that.
but it's
You
the
know?
What
truth.
the
No, but it's
whenever
the truth.
whenever
No,
you
but it's
have an
the-
adult daughter, what makes you think
Hold
that you
on,
have the
truth.
final say?
What do you mean? Wait, say that again, huh?
Whenever you have an adult daughter, what makes you think you have the final say?
Look, honestly, right? Like, if I have a daughter, right, and let's say she has a man.
Bro, all you're gonna have a
No,
dog.
look. Let's say she has a man, right, and I don't trust that man, right, and like, if I ever have problems with that man, then I will disown her. I will make another one. I'll make another daughter. How
Hey,
about
what if
that?
she doesn't give a fuck? What if she's like, okay, well, I live
Yeah,
on
what
my own
if,
anyway.
in
I
fact,
love this man.
Okay, what if I don't give a fuck?
she's gonna marry him? She's
Okay,
gonna
she's
marry
gonna
him
marry
in
him.
But she's your
spite of
daughter.
it.
I don't think you get
Then-
me. I don't think
Then
you get me.
fucked your daughter's life up.
And
bro.
as a
I
parent,
fucked
when
her
you
life up.
get
She
married,
chose
even
the
if you
man.
disown
Wait,
her,
what
you're
the
not
fuck is
going
this? Wait,
to.
how
You
did
are
I
her
fuck up her
father,
life?
bro.
Wait. I'm
You're
her father, bro.
you idiot.
I'm controlling. Yes,
You're
I'm
her
controlling. I'm
father.
definitely controlling. Yeah.
Elijah,
You're her
Elijah's gonna
father
have
and you
some.
failed.
I'm
Take the
controlling,
Elijah's
L.
gonna
bro.
have some whole ass
Take the L.
daughters.
No. You said if my daughter likes that
Your
type of
daughter's
man.
gonna be
You
big
wait,
assholes,
pause.
bro.
You put me in that scenario. Like I
You're
don't
gonna
think
get
she would.
punished. You're gonna get punished by
You
God.
put
You're
me
gonna
in a
have
scenario that my
Yes.
daughter likes to do that I don't like. I don't think like that, honestly. Okay? You put me there. So all I'm telling you is, right? If it happened, right?
God will strike you down.
You act as if you have supreme control over everything that happens in life, even if it's something that's outside of your control.
Yeah, if
You
it's something,
with
yeah,
somebody
no,
that
you're right.
has
Look,
their own independent
if
will
it's
and
out,
thoughts,
if it's outside of my control, then I don't
you're
care
not gonna
about
end
it.
up
No,
who
if
you
it's
want all
outside
the
of my
time.
control, then I don't care about it. Do you get it? That's how it
Okay.
works. I'm a
So now
controlling
you
person.
detach
I either
yourself from
control
that
it.
outcome or you lose your offspring entirely in
I
this
can
scenario.
make other ones.
Okay. That's your side and
What
you're
the
sticking
fuck?
to it.
I can make other ones.
reproduce pill.
Yeah, I'll just make another one.
Yeah, it'll
What if
just
you're
take
like-
you another 18 years and then you'll get
What
it
if
wrong
you
again.
make, like-
and then you'll
what
feel
if
like
you
a
make-
fucking failure. Once
What
get
if
it
you
wrong
make
twice.
like
No,
10,
look,
10
honestly-
and they're wrong?
Honestly,
10 and they're wrong.
then I'll just stop having kids. Like, what the fuck is the point? Like, I don't care.
Maybe just
Well,
don't
good, because you're
wait
bad
for
at
this
it.
mentality.
Okay, bro. There you go, bro.
You
What the
cut your
fuck?
ancestors, you guys.
Here's the thing. No, I didn't. Like, their lineage is over there. It's somewhere. It's out there. I'll just look. What if all I have to do, right, is plant the seed? Okay, you know, that's it.
No,
Yeah,
you're
that's how
gonna
you get.
grow the tree, bro.
That's how
You
you
grow
get
the tree so
criminals,
that it has
man.
strong branches.
All I gotta
That's
do
how
is
you
plant
get
the
Strong
seed,
criminals
law.
in
plant the
society,
seed,
man.
and leave it in God's
And it
hands.
starts with leading by
Single
example.
father,
So your
single
daughter
mother
can't see you
households.
fucking around on her mom or other women as well. Or,
Yeah.
you know, she's going to accept that for herself.
Yeah, my daughter
This
can't see me
mentality
fucking
you're
around.
having
I
right
agree.
now.
That's why. That's why, right? If I do have kids, okay, I'm either gonna be extremely based, right, or like not in their life. You know, one or the two. Like I'm an extreme person. Okay, those are the two
Huh?
paths. Like there's either look. It's
Huh?
either I'm extremely base, right? I'm a base father. I'm never cheating
You
on the
can't
mom.
say that this month. You can't say the second part this month.
Not
Yeah,
in
no,
their
Yeah.
that's
lives.
not,
Why
huh?
not?
Because
That's
come
like
on, dog. That's like one of the main problems
like you live
right
in a
now.
stereotype, bro. You're gonna get some cigarettes.
What if I just like spread my seed and like never come back?
How are
That's
you
one
gonna
of the main
make that
problems right
money?
now,
How are
huh?
you gonna make enough money for all the child support?
Honestly.
Oh, he won't even pay it.
Mini. Whoa, chill. Chill,
Listen,
chill,
listen.
chill.
This sounds like a story I've heard 1,000 times, but not a good way to go.
Look. Honestly, look. I'm just not trying to like, you know, sit here and act like um
Realistic?
It's not
and
base,
no,
dude.
sit here and
Abandoning your
act like
children isn't
I'm
base.
not gonna sit here and act like something I'm not, you know? Like I'm either gonna be in the kid's life, you know, show them a good father,
You're not gonna abandon
or
them.
I'm not gonna be there. Okay.
You're not
One
gonna
of the two.
abandon them, dude. Stop pretending
It's,
you
it's,
would.
it's just a baby, man. How old are you? 21?
You're not gonna abandon them.
Yeah, he
He's
doesn't
just a
know any
baby.
better.
I hope I don't. Like I
Yeah.
really hope that I get into a good marriage and have, you know, kids with my
See,
wife.
you just want to seem like the bad guy, you know, because you think it's cool, but
Oh
It's
my
'cause he's
God,
lying,
Minnie,
bro.
You
what the
want to
Yeah.
fuck?
bring your wife?
Minnie,
Yeah.
I
That
with
would be
bro.
nice.
Minnie,
I'm
You
I
want
just
your
you
kid?
gotta impress
Minnie,
me
I
right
just
now.
want to be a good guy. I'm telling you, tell me how to be good. Okay, that's what I want.
Well, don't abandon your kids. That's a starter,
Okay,
right?
but like,
That's a starter.
but what if like,
Elijah, if you want a swinger woman that's interested in other women so you could bang them together, do you bring those
ew,
stranger
why you
women
gotta
around
say
your kids?
swinger? Why you gotta say swinger? What the
Because that's
fuck?
exactly what it is.
No,
You
it's
just don't have
not.
to
That's not
verb
a
it.
no.
No, it's not, right? Swinger is husband. Well, okay, it's marriage or
It's literally swinger. That's
multiple.
the definition.
No, it's not swinger. Like no,
It's
no.
fucking other people in a committed relationship.
No,
Yes, it is.
no,
That's a
no.
swinger.
She's not
It
fucking
doesn't
anyone.
necessarily have to be other men.
She's not
Regardless,
fucking
do you
anyone.
bring those stranger women around your, in this hypothetical, daughter?
No.
Hey, it could be Auntie Jamina.
Wait, pause.
Right?
Then
Wait,
where
wait.
do you draw the line?
Of course not. I'll tell you exactly how it would go actually. I got you. So basically, right, I would have a wife, I would have kids. They would be in this home. Okay?
Mm.
Right? And then when
And
I'm
then you have a
out
second home.
no. And then when I'm out, right? Like let's say me and my wife goes out, you know,
Mm.
then her hoes, because I won't have hoes, it'll be her hoes. You know, they'll fuck on the side, right? They'll never see my kids ever. You know?
Mm.
It's simple.
They won't even know your real name. Mm.
They won't even, yeah.
Why don't you just have multiple wives?
Honestly,
Yeah, just be Muslim.
that sounds like hell. Honestly, I don't want that.
That's a lot of problems.
That's a lot. I either want one
Drama.
wife or like none. You know, that sounds like hell. One wife and some side chicks. You know, and like yeah, that's it.
Bless this guy's soul.
Bro, honestly, I don't even want side
He's
chicks,
in
but
for
like
a rude
I don't
awakening.
even want side chicks, but like, bro, I notice, like, bro,
You need them. It's not your fault.
no, I don't need them. I don't need them either. Look,
Oh, they just want you.
not just that they want me. It's like my girl wants me to. I noticed that. It's like, bro, if I ever have a girl and like it's just us two talking, right?
Oh, so she can't deal with you is what
No,
you're
no, the
saying.
thing, if I ever have a girl and it's just us two talking, she's always like, "Oh, I know you're talking to other girls." Always, they're always saying that, you know.
Even if you're not, so you might as
Alright.
well give her a reason to say that.
Yeah, I don't even give them a reason, and they're just like, I know you're talking." Well, my last girl, I did give her
So
a
you
reason.
might as well do it anyway. Like,
I
they're
did
gonna
give
think
I
right
did give the
away.
last one a reason. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I kind of did give her a reason. Like I would say, I want a polygamous, marriage and shit, just to piss her off. I didn't really want one. Like I'm just like that. I just.
But
didn't-
now you do. But
No,
you
now
do.
I don't. Bro, I just want one wife or none. Okay,
Oh,
one wife. Or
multiple.
none.
multiple women.
I don't even want side girls, but like girls that I like, they like girls, and then like
Oh, I see.
they also would love to see
At
me. They love,
first, huh?
they love to see
So-
me with other girls too. It's so weird.
So you just do what women tell you to do. I see.
No, Minnie.
I see.
Ooh.
All right, look.
You
All
said
right,
you
wait.
didn't
Hold
even
on.
want
In my
them.
defense,
You
look.
didn't even want
In
them.
my
That's what
defense,
you
Minnie.
said.
In my defense, Minnie. I'm extra controlling, right? I want a girl that I can own and be my property. Okay. I mean, if she tells me like to fuck another girl, like it's not that bad.
No, but she's the one who's
I don't
gonna
know.
control you, though, right?
I mean,
she's
look,
the one who's got
if
control.
she
She's
tells
like,
me-
fuck her. And you're
Yeah,
like, yes,
no,
queen.
no, the fuck I'm not. She's gonna beg me
Yes,
to. She's
queen.
gonna beg me to fuck the other girl, Minnie. That's where you got it
but
fucked
still,
up, G.
But
She's
still,
like,
they would
Elijah,
control
can she
you.
be like,
They would still
please?
control you,
She's gonna be
buddy.
like, please, can you please? She's gonna beg me to fuck the other girl.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
how women control. That's how women
That's
control.
fine.
but
Go
still
ahead. Look,
control.
if she's begging me to fuck another girl, I mean, what the fuck? Who you
They're
want me to do?
dominating you through being
Honestly, Minnie,
submissive.
call
They're
it.
still
Look,
dominating you.
if my only,
Really
my
bad
only,
thing to
if
do.
the only thing she controls me with is telling me to fuck another girl, I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not angry. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not
So
angry.
you are a simp.
not
you
angry.
are a simp.
I'm not angry, bro.
Okay.
I got you.
I'm
I
not
got you.
angry.
You're a simp.
If
You're
she's
pointing left.
if she's like, yo, you can control my life, but like the only thing is like, you fuck another girl, if I want you to, then I'll fuck another girl. I'm down.
Even if she.
Okay, but that's the thing, right? The girls that like, if they like girls, they don't like ugly girls. Okay, I make sure.
But you might find her ugly. She might not.
Well, if I find her ugly, I'm
You-
not fucking her, and
Would
then
you
I guess
just
we're
have like a don't
done.
ask, don't tell policy? What if she was sneaky enough to just like not let you know that she was doing it too? Fine,
Then,
like
wait, what do you mean not let you know? Wait, whoa,
You just wanna get cheated on.
Whoa,
Yo,
wait,
why
wait,
you
wait,
trying to
pause.
make him a cook?
but it's okay if it's
Why you
okay
trying
if
to
you
make
do it
him
to
a
her.
cook?
Yeah, wait, what do you mean it's
Honestly,
okay
even
if I
you
wait?
ask, it's
No.
okay.
Whoa, Winter, what are you saying? It's not
More
okay.
often than not, women
It's
that
not
say that they're
okay. What the
with
fuck?
fundamentally don't.
What do you
are
mean
actually
it's okay if I do it to her? What am I doing to her? There's no don't ask, don't tell policy with me and her. There's not.
Yeah.
So what are you saying?
She's telling him,
what the
yo,
fuck?
this girl got a fat ass, fuck her.
Yeah.
And he's going over there and fucking her in the ass.
No, first
She's
of all,
got
Minnie,
fat
yo,
ass.
Minnie,
He's
honestly,
like
no,
a
Minnie, you're so dumb. You're actually dumb and it's pissing me off. You think if a girl says, oh, go do this, you think I'm gonna fucking do it, motherfucker? You don't think it's gonna be
but she's not
pushback?
gonna say it in that way. She's gonna say, "Oh my god, I have a friend. She's got a great ass and a tiny waist. Oh, she's so hot. Imagine that." And you'd be like, "Oh, okay, I understand, bro. That's how they."
No,
speak.
you're dumb. No.
Come on, dog.
No, I always gotta play the game. Like if she's like, oh, she got a fat ass, I'm be like, yeah, honey, but like yours is fatter, right? You gotta play that game,
Mm.
right? You know what I'm saying?
But she's gonna say, "But it's not. I measured
I'll send her
it."
the clip, bro. I'll send her the clip.
That's
It's
fine.
over.
That's
But
fine.
it's
Send her
not, I
the clip, bro.
measured it. I saw
Send
it.
her the
I
clip.
touched it.
Hey, look, she better.
Over.
Hey, look,
Touched it.
she better hope her
Bro,
ass is
you
fatter.
touch it.
Hey, she better hope her ass is fatter. Okay, that's all.
Otherwise,
what
you're
the-
leaving her
you
for
know,
the other woman.
Elijah?
no,
Elijah? Elijah M
Base,
underscore C.
base.
on
No,
Twitch.
otherwise I'm
Elijah-
gonna like fucking the other one better, right?
Elijah M underscore C on Twitch.television.
Yeah,
Follow
you
him.
end up.
You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get divorced if you continue this path.
Honestly, I see it in my future.
Oh, many times.
I do see it in my future.
Many times.
I do see it in my
Yes,
future.
many
Yeah.
times.
What do you mean many
Because-
times? Wait, if I get married once and I get divorced,
You said that with a smile. Dude.
if I
That's
get
not
if I get married once and I get divorced once, I'm not getting married again. Am I a dumbass?
Danny called you a dog.
What the fuck? I'm not a
You said
dog,
you're
bro.
the
Don't call me a
street.
dog, bro. What the fuck?
So
You're
you'll
the
try.
streets,
So
like
you'll try.
that.
Appreciate the
Is
fucking
he a
sub.
dog or is he a dog?
Talk to me nice, bro.
You'll try twice. You'll try.
No, I'll
twice
try
having a
once.
daughter.
One marriage.
So
Like I
you'll
said,
try a marriage one
I only
time.
want one wife. No, because I want multiple kids. I only want one wife though.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. If it
What
doesn't
if you're
work
like-
Do you want multiple kids with that one wife, or do you want?
What if
them
you
with other
lose
women
one-
that you
one
love
fight?
that
What if
way?
you lose
multiple
one-
baby mamas?
What if you lose one round but you're not down? You know you're not KO'd, and then the perfect girl shows
What if
up.
I
and
never
she's
get
like,
married?
You're like,
No.
damn, man.
What if I never get married?
Because nobody goes like
It
nobody
doesn't seem
says
like you're going to.
nobody
Oh, I
says in
never
their
get married.
life, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get divorced so many times. That's not how it works. what happens is
Damn.
after each divorce, there's like a brainwash, and
Okay, well you
that
can't
one's the
brainwash.
real
Look.
one,
Fool me
and they
once,
keep beating
shame
up.
on you. Fool me once, can't get fooled again. Okay, you know what I'm saying? If
That's
you know,
not
you
what
know.
Bush said.
Tell that to America, which is a 50 divorce rate. Okay, 50%. Tell that to all those guys.
Yeah, I'm not them.
Yeah,
Are
he's
you
not
not?
married.
I'm not,
He
bro.
doesn't
Look,
even have a girlfriend.
you're
He's not
comparing
them.
me. You're comparing me, right?
He
To
don't
like,
fuck.
you're comparing me
fuck.
to the average American.
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
think
the average
lesbians are
American
real,
is-
man. You're part of the Matrix.
The
You
average
think lesbians are
American
a real thing.
is 5'8".
You think lesbians are real, bro. You're like as American as they get.
Bro, look. What do you mean you think lesbians are real? Wait, Joker. Are you confused? Okay, look. I think
I'm not
girls
confused.
can
I'm
be.
not real.
I think girls are very much so likely, like they can be lesbian, right? But then when a guy like me shows up in their life, they switch sides. Okay.
You think that women are becoming lesbian because it's or at a more exponential rate than it's because it's widely accepted, or because men are losing more testosterone and becoming, I guess, more soy lately?
No, there are some
It's
girls
like a
that just.
meme.
I think
It's like a
all
meme.
girls already are lesbian. There's no becoming. Like they like
No,
girls. I
no,
think they're like.
no,
I'm not
no,
lesbian. I
no,
don't like girls at
Listen.
no.
all.
That is so wrong.
Oh
That
my
is so wrong.
god.
I'll tell you something
That
that
is so
is
wrong.
100% happening. Yeah, men are having less testosterone.
But Winter,
and
you don't like girls, right? Because
listen,
I think Winter's more like a man, honestly. I think Winter wants to be a man. That's my take.
What
Listen.
Winter
that
wants
I
to be a man.
don't.
You do.
Wouldn't she
Listen.
want women
No,
then?
because look, then she would be very possessive over her man the way I'm possessive over my girl. You
I'm
know?
very possessive over my man.
Yeah, that's my point, right?
Very.
And you would be threatened by other women.
Definitely not threatened, I don't think.
If you look, you wouldn't like have sex with another woman with your man because you're scared that he's gonna leave you. 100%.
No, that's not the fear at all. I'm not interested, and I don't share. Like, what's mine is
Let's
mine.
say
I want it unlocked so I could focus up on my goals, just as
Yeah,
he should be
she's
focusing
not.
on his.
She's not a fucking communist, bro. She doesn't share.
okay, Winter.
know?
So, do you think women are beautiful?
Mm, I don't really look at them that way. They're just human beings to me.
Okay, you see, well, this isn't a fair case. Like she doesn't even consider herself as a woman. Like this is not a fair
I do.
case. She just said they're just human beings to me. What does that even fucking mean? You're speaking like an alien or something.
Because I don't view
What the
women like
fuck?
sexually that way. I'm not like, hey, yeah, I think you're beautiful or gorgeous or whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm like, hey, queen, yeah, fuck it up, pussy boss, like whatever they say, you know. It's
You don't give a shit. Guess what? Guess what? Not giving a shit is masculine. Okay, that's my point.
True.
That's
And
my
she's like,
point.
whatever they say, she
That's
don't
my
even talk
point.
To them. She don't even talk to them. She's like, I don't even talk to those bitches.
well, those for
Sounding,
business.
That's my point.
more based than Eli himself.
Okay, that's my point. You want to be a man, bro. That's it. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
but listen,
I don't want to be a man though.
Winter, to your previous question about women becoming like more, well, are there more lesbians because it's more acceptable, or is it because there's a feminization of men going on? I'm pretty sure the feminization of men is a real thing. Like doctors
What's
take
true?
measurements. Doctor
Oh,
takes take measurements of
They
babies
started to back that claim up, yeah.
and yeah, for sure. Like microplastics are affecting the whole of the world's population, and it's bad. It's not good.
Yeah, nutrition
Not good.
too. A lot of factors. But
Yeah,
I
but
don't think
babies
that's
are being
the. I
born
don't think
with
that's
it.
that's the factor. I don't think that's the factor. I think it's a trend because there will never be a lesbian
And you said
relationship
alter
such as a
ego. Oh my
relationship
God,
between a man and
Hockey.
a woman on
Holy
that
shit,
same
Hockey.
level.
You are
It will
funny
never
as
be
fuck.
possible.
What do you mean by that? Expand on that.
They can never love each other. They can never have the interdynamics that are so beautiful and complex that we look for that as humans. This is just not going to be possible. It's just not a thing. It's a cope. It's because it's cool to do so.
Why is it perceived as cool to do so? Where does that come from in your mind?
Westerner media, Westerner satanic agenda, depopulation,
For
biz.
me, even my experience with like
True.
say fellow streamer men on Twitch, for instance, they're so soy, it's unbelievable. They honestly move like females more than females do on this platform. And that said, it's like, well, I
A
don't
single
anymore.
image
I'm like, I
flashed
wouldn't be
into
attracted
everybody's
to them
mind.
Yeah.
either.
No,
So
Dunbina.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
No, this wasn't
Dunbina.
Dumbina.
Yeah, Dunbina.
It wasn't Dumbina. It was
Hmm.
something else.
I know who you're
I don't
talking
know what
Anyway.
about.
you're referring to.
I don't know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, I know. But
No,
look,
but listen,
honestly,
dude. Like,
what do you guys think? What do you guys think is the solution? Because obviously the problem is men are a lot more weak, right? I wouldn't say so much. Yeah, no, feminine for sure. I think being weak is feminine. Men are a lot more weak, and women are a lot more masculine. Okay, what's the solution,
The
guys?
solution is really hard to nail down. That's why
yeah,
we're
it
in
seems
this
like
shit,
the
man.
sexes are crossing.
That's why we're in this bitch. That's why we're fucked because it's hard. I guess.
Look,
I mean, a step forward is like promoting healthy nutrition because people consume so much fucking microplastics,
yes,
so much fucking fat. Their
that's not
estrogen goes up because they have so much free
the microplastics
cholesterol
isn't
and
just
all that
about
shit.
what you buy. It's everywhere,
Exercise,
dude.
exercise needs to be rewarded. Honestly, people who exercise and go to the gym should have a tax break or some shit like that.
Yeah.
People who use their
Listen,
brains should not pay so many taxes as people who
I
are retarded and are a waste of human life and don't even go to the gym. If you work
listen.
out, your body will produce more testosterone because your body is designed to adapt to your lifestyle. If you change
So
your lifestyle, you change your body. Yes,
there's
please.
several things, right, that you can do to stop the thing. Like we can stop using as many fucking plastics as we already use, because that creates the microplastics, right? Any amount of
That
plastic
shit,
will create
nah,
microplastics.
that shit sailed
So,
because the ocean is so full of plastic, you can't remove it because
well,
the water is full of microparticles. You can't
Wait,
even
oh
separate
my God,
them out.
wait, pause.
yeah, well, but you can eventually, maybe not in this generation, not in 2 generations, but eventually clean it up a little, right? You need to use a little bit less plastic. Two, people need to work out a lot more. They need to actually be active. Stop sitting down in your chair. Yeah, I know I'm sitting down in my chair and saying this, but I always fucking stand up. I go to the gym and I box and shit like
Okay,
that.
so
You
what
know
do
what I mean?
women do to become more feminine? Like cook and clean? What do they do?
Hmm.
Like if men go
Well,
to the gym to become more masculine, what do women do to
delete
become?
Instagram, delete
Mm.
Instagram. That's gonna solve a lot of issues and everything like that. Like chasing behavior is a biohack. It's not natural.
Delete
It's not
Tinder,
supposed
women. Delete Tinder.
and it's not supposed to be that way.
Mm.
It's very evil.
Delete
Corporations
Tinder,
are
Winter.
exploiting this
Delete
nature in
Tinder.
humans.
Winter, delete Tinder.
Yeah, Tinder is part of the problem. Let's
Delete
be
it.
honest.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
100%.
I agree. Yo,
Oh,
the funniest,
100%.
bro. Some Hockey said the funniest thing in my chat. He said this new Black History Month DLC got him feeling powerful. Oh my god, I actually do feel very powerful, bro. It's so crazy. Holy fuck. Now look, I think women, right? Yeah, besides deleting social media and all that, right? I think a big flaw in society is really the father figures, and not just father figures. The
Oh, the
other,
fathers that leave their children.
Lack thereof.
not the ones that leave their
Did I hear
children,
that?
not the ones,
Oh.
not just them, right?
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
saying all
Oh,
of
Yes.
the,
now he's back at it. He's like, not just them.
not just them. I'm saying all
Like
of.
this motherfucker is. That's why I'm drilling you because you've been brainwashed. You're
Yep.
following the evil satanic plan.
I'm
Yep.
saying,
Your thoughts are,
I'm
You're
I'm
saying.
just
fostering
gonna
that
fuck
plan.
shit up. I'm just gonna make a bunch of fucking light skinned losers.
But what if I just have a kid and then die? Then what?
That's why there used to be multiple wife families before
Listen,
because people went to war. People went to war and a lot of men
Okay,
died.
well I'm going to
Eli,
war,
That's why.
motherfucker.
That's
I'm
why.
going to
Oh,
war. I'm going to
There's
war.
multiple
if
women.
you
I'm
make
going to
It
war.
doesn't make sense. If the
See,
man
this is
dies, and then
see,
there's a bunch of lonely babies.
I'm going to
this
war.
is why you can't, bro. This is why you can't be married to a weak woman, okay?
That's true,
Because
that's
what
true.
if you fucking die? Okay,
what if I
what if
die?
you die? You know what else ends up happening if she's weak?
She's gonna
She's
get
gonna
another
marry
man.
some other
Yeah.
dude.
Mhm.
He's gonna marry another dude, and that guy's gonna raise your children,
Mhm.
and he's gonna ruin your fucking children.
Mhm.
That's the issue. So don't be marrying weak women who
Pretty
like
based.
need a man to function. Don't do that.
Nope.
I don't like
You
that
should
shit.
just
I
marry
don't think
women
it's a good
that
idea.
that needs the kids. You know, that's it.
Yeah,
She
one
loves
that
her
loves the
children.
kids and
Nurturing,
one that is
nurturing.
strong.
Yes, nurturing.
One that is strong and is gonna be a good mother, not
Mhm.
a woman who doesn't know how to fucking take care of herself and needs a guy to pay for everything and needs a guy to do everything for her. And oh my god, the
No, I
world
don't
is
mind
so
that. Okay, look,
scary.
paying for everything, right?
No.
I think as a man, right, if I'm gonna get married and have kids, right, I'm gonna make sure like they're taken care of.
Allows you to manipulate easier, get what you
Of
want.
Yeah,
course.
true.
And
Yeah, of
like
course. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
but they
Pretty
need to
much.
be able to they need to be able to get it themselves. You know,
Mhm.
one thing is, are they do they have the studies? Are they able to like actually work and be productive?
No, fuck
Right? You
work.
can't
Why you
just be
so
with
study? Why you have work brain?
no them being able to be productive. Because if you die, right?
Yeah,
If
be
you die
productive is better.
before,
Yeah, be productive is
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Right?
If you
Okay.
die, right? If you die before it's time, you want your kids to still have a good chance.
Yeah.
And the way they would have a great chance is if they have a great mother,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, pick your women right, buddy.
And that is why the men needs to be fixed. The problem is not with women. People these days, hate on women, blah blah blah. Women, that's not the problem. Women go where the men go. The problem is the men are so fucked up that the women are fucked up. Men create strong women, and weak men create weak women, and weak women grow and raise soy little
Soy little
bitches in the
bitches.
society that's
Mm.
fuck shit up. That's why we need to go for the men. Like you don't you're not gonna change society by
I
changing women.
agree. I
That's
would
why
never agree with
that's
that.
why I even disregarded her question about how do you fix women? You fix the men, and then the
Yeah, you
women
fix the
will
men
fix
and the
the
women.
men.
I like that. I
I
like that.
disagree.
Yeah, no, I agree.
disagree.
Imagine if no man was sitting there paying.
Now more than ever, women are
Imagine if
and
no
that's
man
what
was
you idiots
paying.
have to say.
Imagine if
You
no
fix
man
the
was
men, you're
paying.
not gonna fix women. Women aren't
Imagine,
even necessarily the problem.
imagine
You're
if
just
no
taking on the
men.
pride of a woman having, these masculine qualities to balance out the kids in the event the man's not present, and that's beneficial. Maybe why you perceive me to be a little bit more masculine through my life experiences, having lived a little bit more the most, especially at our age. That being said, I think the problem lies in men solely, not even in an attacking manner, but more so men have become more feminine.
Yeah, but
That's what needs to
Yeah,
be fixed.
imagine
100%.
if no
Because they're
men
raised by
paid
single
for.
mothers and
Imagine if
MTV.
no men paid for explicit content, huh? Then what? If no men paid for
It sh-
explicit content, if men
oh,
weren't
Then they
porn
don't
should
pay
be
for
banned.
explicit content.
no, not just
Porn
And
that.
then
should
Not
be
women
just
learn
that.
how
banned
to
by
get a
law.
fucking job and be of value.
Okay, not just that, right? Men would be what's the word? Actually, you know what? Honestly, I think that saves lives. Actually, look.
But why are we
Imagine
doing
if
this
men. No,
hypothetical
that
that's
saves
never
lives.
gonna
That saves
work?
lives. Imagine if men,
It's
right,
it's
weren't obsessed with pussy.
yeah,
Then we
bro,
would still be
that's
in a
like
cave, bro. What do you mean?
that's like imagine if humans weren't how humans are. It doesn't work like that.
We
Listen,
would live in a cave and still be banging
the
rocks
truth
together.
is most ads, okay? So most ads, the most amount of influence that you can exert on the population is towards women and children. All right? That's the fucking truth. Right? It's not towards men. You don't see ads that
Yeah,
are
but it's
targeted
not
towards
towards.
men.
It's not towards.
They're always targeted towards women and children.
Yeah.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because women are
Because they're
consumers
the
and men
ones.
are the
Yeah.
providers. That's why.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say hey, you need to like only change the men and the women will change. Well, they're changing society by putting pressure on the women and the children, and the guys are caving, right?
Who
So it's not
produces
just
the ads,
like the
Minnie?
guy thing. It's not
Who
just
makes
like
the
the guy
ads,
thing.
Minnie?
It is just
Who
the
makes the
guy thing, bro.
products? Who makes the
Guys and
products
It
for
women.
the
is
ads?
just
Guys
the
and
guy
women.
thing.
That's one of the problems. But
It is
in
just a
general,
guy
who makes
thing.
businesses? Who makes
It's not
businesses?
just a
in
Imagine
guy
general?
acting
thing.
like women aren't singular human beings.
Why don't you just
They're
attack
both and
both
can take
problems?
accountability for
It's
their own
always the
actions.
man's fault.
Women need to fix themselves, and men need to fix themselves.
It's
They're
always
two very
no. Men
separate
need to
issues.
fix
I
women.
mean, I
You
mean,
address
he's
them
right.
both
No.
like
We can
The
very
fight.
best
We
different
can
way.
ways.
fight
No,
on
men need to
multiple
fix women.
fronts. We can fight
Yes,
on multiple fronts.
No,
Yes.
We don't have to
men
do a
need to fix
blitzkrieg
men.
in one line. We can fight
Yes.
on the whole front.
The best
We
way
can
to
fight
do it
many issues at once.
is to fight. Yeah, is to fight the issues at hand, not just to try to push like this and hope that, like, look, for example, Have you ever tried to pack a I don't know, a cigarette? Okay, like if you put a little bit in and then you pack it in, it all stays nice and packed. However, if you put a bunch in and then you pack in at the front, this bit packs in, this bit doesn't pack in. You see, you're gonna pack all of it. All of it.
I like that analogy, man.
Yeah, you like that analogy, don't you? Because it works. It works.
Wait, was he talking
'Cause
about
it's the
packing
truth.
cocaine?
This guy is fucking
What's he
making
talking
me
about?
want to smoke. What is that? What is that
Is he
analogy,
talking about
bro?
cocaine? Cocaine?
I mean, that's the truth, bro. That analogy fucking works. Right? You don't just say, oh, okay, once all of this is in, just push on the men. No. You push on the men, you push on the women, you push on
Right,
everything.
but the main issue. What's the main issue, though?
The main issue.
What is the focus? There's side battles, and then there's the main line. You know, you
Power,
can't fight all along.
power,
You
Maybe
can't
the
power.
fight all
solution,
along
if we're
France
seeking a
and
solution here,
Germany.
is you bring
Power.
back shaming and bullying. You hold society accountable and you call them
Bullying?
out whenever
Yes.
they're fucking.
Bullying
Yes.
is based. True.
Bullying is based. We can
very
agree.
based.
No, bro, no,
We
no,
can
no,
agree.
no, no.
Bullying
Okay,
is
Elijah, why is
based.
bullying not based?
It's so unnecessary.
Bullying
imagine
is
this,
based.
put up-
Motivating.
put up-
Oh my god, you're motivating
Put
people
a,
to be
it's so
cool. If it's
unnecessary.
just,
Watch
oh,
this.
you're being
Motivation.
great,"
If
There
you
you
got
go.
if you got fat,
that
if
is
you got
not the
fat, I would
solution.
make fun of you and you wouldn't be
Oh
fat.
my,
in a
no.
month.
How about this? How about this, right?
It
Put
works.
here's the scenario. Put a woman, a single woman.
Hey,
Put a single woman in a group of married women. See how she feels. Put a fat man in a group of fit men. See how he feels. Like you just gotta see. It's the people that
Fix
they're around.
themselves. That's not
No,
motivating.
Eli, if
You
everybody's
call them
saying-
on their shit.
Yeah, if everybody's saying, hey, it's okay that you're fat, it's okay.
Nobody's
that you're
saying
fat,
it's okay.
You guys gonna be yeah
Yes,
until
they
they start
are.
But you don't
Yes,
need to
they
look.
are.
But you don't. No, look. I'm saying.
Yes, they are.
yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Let's
they
all right.
literally
Look,
are.
what I'm saying is all you need to do, right? Put them around people that will motivate them to be better. You don't have to fucking bully them, bro. What the
But
fuck?
dude, all of society is the fat fuck, okay? And the fit people are the mind.
Yeah, but you know what I noticed? You know what I
So what
noticed?
you're saying is,
I've
like,
met
oh, yeah,
so
just regret
many.
that.
I've met so many fat people, right? That got skinny just because they had a lot of good people in their lives motivating them. For example, me, right? Like I've fucking had so many fat friends, and I wouldn't
You're
bully.
sounding
Okay.
coy.
But
I
why
wouldn't
do
bully
people want to
them.
be
I would
not
motivate
fat?
them.
Why
I'll
do
be like,
people
"Yo,
want
bro,
to-
come to the fucking gym with me. Let's go get fit." That's it.
Yes, because they got bullied, and then they're
That's
like,
not the
damn, I
most
gotta find
motivating
some
factor,
homies.
though.
I gotta find some
You know
homies.
how our neuroplasticity
I'll tell you the most
learns
motivating
the
factor.
fastest? And this is backed by science.
I'll
by
tell you the
way.
most
It's
motivating
through-
factor.
Elijah, it's through trauma.
Yeah,
That's the
trauma. I'm
most
gonna traumatize
efficient
him.
way
You know what's
to
gonna traumatize him, right? When I'm hanging out with him and his girl likes me more because he has a fucking gut. That's trauma.
And that's how people also
That
put
is
down
true.
a girl personality. So 2 birds, 1 stone.
That's trauma, bro.
They'll get a
But why is
personality
having
and
a
they'll
gut
fix
bad?
their issues.
Elijah, why is having a gut bad?
Oh my god, are we gonna talk about dad bods and shit? Huh?
No, why is having a gut a bad thing in society? Because it's bullied.
Oh
Because
my
it's
god, no,
fucking
not because
unhealthy.
it's
No,
not.
because it's unhealthy.
Yeah, it's
It's
unhealthy.
unhealthy.
And why
It's
is
just
it
not
why is it bullied? Because it's unhealthy. Society keeps itself in check. That's why
Yeah.
we are not in caves no more.
I'll tell you
Because we
this.
bully each other.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah,
when-
because you make
when-
my tribe weaker. by
When
being
my
weaker.
dirt
That's the
hut
thing.
is when my dirt hut has a
Bet,
fucking
Ash, bet.
2 square meter room and the neighbor's dirt hut has 4 square meters of room, he's gonna laugh at my fucking dirt hut. He's gonna laugh and everybody's gonna laugh, and you know
Every
next year I'm gonna
point-
make a bigger
What about
hut,
now, Ash?
and that's how it works.
Mm.
Honestly,
Why you on Twitch right now? Why you trying to make famous? Why you trying to make something of yourself? Why aren't you in the gutter just fucking playing with snails and shit?
Many reasons for
power.
many
No,
Why
one
is
reason.
why is
One
power
reason.
very
One
important?
reason. Power.
So you can be better than other people.
No, not so I can be better than other people, bro.
So you can bully.
You gotta realize
So you
this.
can
You gotta
be
realize
better
this.
at a certain
No, no,
So
no.
power.
you don't have to get bullied.
No,
because you're better.
no. Literally, right? So it's easier for me to motivate others. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to give somebody advice. Like, imagine this. Imagine me trying to give a dude relationship advice, right? When I've only been in one
So
relationship.
now you're the hyper good guy.
Thank you.
But at the beginning,
I'm
you were
trying to
saying,
be
"Yeah,
good.
yeah,
I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be
yeah,
good. I'm trying my best. So look, imagine me,
Okay.
right? A fucking guy that's only been in one relationship trying to give marriage advice, right? Boom. Imagine me, a guy that fucking never had sex, trying to give fucking sex advice. You know what I'm saying? No, I would rather get power,
Please.
right?
Yeah, I've
Get
heard
my
that before
fucking
from you.
get my wisdom, right? And get my accomplishments, and then motivate other people and help other people. Right? I gotta accomplish it. That's why I try to do it.
Yes, but what I'm trying to
you are
nail
gonna
down
have-
here,
so you
what
are
I'm trying
gonna
to
have-
nail down here, hard nailing, is what I'm trying to do here. Why is it a desirable quality?
Motherfucker.
Like for you to motivate somebody positively, there needs to be the stick too. Have you heard of
needs
the
to be the
carrot and the stick?
negative.
If there's just a
Yes.
carrot, people don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
People
I'm
just
gonna,
gonna get the
Yes.
carrots.
The yin
I'm gonna
and
tell
the
you,
People
look,
need
look.
to get hit by the
the
stick
negative.
too.
No, you guys don't realize. You don't have to humble somebody. The negative is reality. Reality will humble somebody. Like the world around them will definitely fucking humble them.
Yeah, well,
Okay?
that's
Or
part
not
of,
that,
bullying is
not the
part-
world around
bullying
them.
is part of reality.
No. That's satanic. What I'm thinking. God will humble them. Okay.
God is
Yeah,
immaterial.
it will humble
God-
them through
God
my
does not-
fucking actions.
God
Through
does
my
not
words.
interfere.
God
God
will
does
humble
not
them.
interfere. God does not interfere.
No, God will humble them.
We're
Mm.
given
Because-
free will.
Because God, yes, we're not slaves to faith. Because
Mm.
God is because God is taking
You're
the
meant
test.
to pass your tests and then earn
Yeah.
your spot.
You
So-
don't got no free answers.
I'll tell you the thing. What about when you fail your test? Then what? You're meant to pass your test.
You
but
try
the
again.
people- a
Well,
lot of
you
people
make
fail
the
their
try
right,
test.
again.
or
You try again.
You
That's
think,
the human
damn, these
condition.
motherfuckers are gonna make fun of me because I'm a loser. I fail. I need to get better at this.
Okay, what makes you think like that?
So you're agreeing.
Wait, what
Listen,
makes you
it's
think like that? Wait,
Because
what makes
people
you-
bully. Because people are
Listen.
competitive. We
Okay,
live in a
so
competitive
look.
society. We
You-
don't live in Teletubby society where everybody's nice to each other.
If
You're
you're all
only
right,
a
look,
loser
all right. So
if
people
you
are
don't get
competitive.
vote.
Agreed. So people are competitive, right?
Are you a Teletubby, Elijah?
Oh my god.
Or are you a
No,
human?
evidently.
So people are competitive, correct? So then,
I think competitive is mainly bred into a person.
So
I think
then-
it's nurture
No.
versus nature.
so then, what are all right? Look, here's the thing, right?
Oh,
More often than not,
No.
yeah. If you're naturally that way to a certain extent, but if that isn't backed by actual action and reinforcement, then you're not going to be competitive to the highest degree.
No, okay, yeah, to the highest degree, but no, I disagree. All life is competition. That's all life knows.
Then look how many losers there are in life.
Yeah, but they still compete in
That's kind of
some
a moot
way and
point.
somehow, and they might cope with
Hardly.
competing. But
Yeah,
still,
I
it's all
agree.
life
I
does.
agree.
All living organisms compete.
So
Every
if
single
you
one.
agree,
agree.
why can't you agree
I
that
agree.
there is
Every
a
single one.
why can't you agree that there is a positive way to compete and that there is an inherent like loser in the competition? Like you don't have to bully them if they're already lost the game.
Why is being a loser a bad thing?
No, I didn't say being a loser is a bad thing. That's what I'm saying. Why are you bullying
Well,
them
it
for
is.
it? Then why are you bullying them for it?
Because
Well, why
you
would
feel
you
better
label
about
your
yourself.
existence being, lesser
listen.
than you could be?
Because listen, I'm competing with you.
Here's the
right?
sad thing. Here's the sad
If you're
thing. No.
lower and then I put you
See,
lower,
that's the
it's
thing. That's the
easier to
thing. That's the thing.
compete.
You see them as lower, right?
Like this
So
is
that's
what
why-
we're doing
that's
right
why-
now.
that's why
We're
you
trying
bully
to-
them.
We're trying to be
But when you
funnier than
succeed
each
and
other.
you have standards, you
We're
do in some
competing
way,
right
shape, or
now. The
form.
four of
Yeah.
us are competing right now.
Yeah, but
Yep.
I'm
This
saying
is a
I'm not.
form of war.
But I'm not bullying you
We-
guys. I'm not
You
bullying
and
though.
me are at war.
I'm not
right
bullying you
now.
though.
If we didn't have the drive
Right
inside of
now.
us, we wouldn't even
Right now.
be streaming. We wouldn't even make a podcast. We would go in the meadow and fucking skip around. We wouldn't give a shit
We'd
about
just
it.
be doing the whole porn shtick and
No,
like
you
playing
We
wouldn't.
just
war
get
all day.
high. We just
like-
get high.
I
we
didn't
just get
say let's
high.
not compete. I said obviously it's obvious competition. Why can't it be positive? Why can't we compete to be better? All
It
of
can
us.
be positive.
Huh?
It
Why can't
can
we
be
just all
positive.
compete to be
Because-
better?
Because there's two branches. There's two branches to competition. You
Yeah.
need both of them. You
Yeah.
get bullied, and then you're like, okay, homies, let's hit the gym. Pre-workout, let's go. Let's fucking shred some
No,
fucking
you don't have
muscle.
to get bullied. I don't
Hey,
think you
look,
get it.
what are
Look,
the
what
best-
are we
That's the most
competing
effective
for?
way.
Imagine this. What are we competing for? Like if you're fat, right? Let's say you fucking you're
Sex, reproduction.
Rubbish.
let's say you're fat, right? And you have to do a race. Okay?
I'll tell you
Now,
why,
wait,
Eli.
I'm gonna tell you. You know that you would be faster if you were in shape. So why don't you just compete with that? That fucking fact. Oh shit. I'll be faster if I was in shape, right? So why don't I try to get in shape to be faster? That you should have goals, right? Aspirations, right? You get what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, Eli. I'll tell you why. We all like for
Honestly,
some
that guy
reason.
just flashbanged me. Like,
He
what are
did,
we
no,
talking
I'm not gonna lie.
about?
He did
For
flashbang me. I
some
had it. And
reason,
then I
for some reason, us humans like stories where somebody's like deep and then comes out into the top. The only way we can put you in
You know, Elijah,
deep
you were
is
right.
by
You were right,
bullying
Elijah.
and pushing you
Yesterday,
and
you were right.
pressing you
what was I right about?
and pressing
You
you.
were right yesterday.
Well, wasn't I
We
telling
had
you?
an argument. We had an argument over mods joining channels.
Didn't I tell you,
You
Winter?
were right. You
I
were
told
right
you. I was
yesterday.
like, yo, get them the fuck up out of here. Why do they have admin? I'm telling you.
Listen, it doesn't matter what happened, bro. Hello, hey. Stay on topic, motherfuckers. Jesus Christ.
I
Look.
know,
All I'm
fucking
saying is,
ADHD
It's
all I'm
almost like
saying is,
somebody interrupted us.
all
or
I'm saying
something. I
is,
don't
Who
know.
gives
you
a
don't-
fuck?
all I'm saying
Irrelevant
is,
motherfucker interrupted. And
you don't
his
have
mom's
to
a hoe
bully.
anyways. His mom a hoe anyways. And who
True.
gives a fuck?
You don't
True.
have
He
to
wasn't
bully.
raised right by his mother and his father. Fatherless, probably. Anyways, move on.
You don't have to. All right, so look,
What we're
imagine
talking
this.
about.
Imagine this, right? This is reality, okay? If you are less than, right, then you'll be treated as less than, okay? It's simple. That's reality. And then once you're treated as less than, you won't want to feel less than, and then you'll be motivated to be more.
You know what that's called,
What?
Elijah? The
What?
exact point you've been arguing against this whole time. I think it's like, I don't know, bullying.
Listen.
No, but like you don't have
Eli.
to look. I'm saying like reality will treat you as less than. I'm not saying like people.
Eli.
I'm not saying their words.
The farther you pull the fucking bow
You want
back,
effective results or
Alright.
not, Elijah?
the more powerful the arrow becomes. You understand, Eli? So if life only pulls it here, I'm pulling you back here.
Okay, let's talk about
So you can
arrows.
fly.
Let's talk about arrows, right? If you're bad at fucking shooting a fucking bow and arrow and you're shooting it everywhere, reality shows you that you can't fucking hit the target. Okay? So then you're competing with yourself. Okay, let's see if I can get better and better and better.
Yeah, but
and then
listen,
boom,
if
and
I'm
you hit that
waiting-
fucking target.
Eli, if I'm waiting for reality to set in, you
do you
might
mean waiting?
kill your mom.
So you're telling me-
You might kill your mom or
Boom.
your dad. You might miss
He
He said you might miss him. Alright, you can't be that.
Exactly.
Look,
doing it wrong.
Look,
the
honestly-
mammoth's gonna fucking kill us, bro. Exactly, the
understand?
mammoth's
Because
gonna fucking
otherwise they're
kill
gonna
us.
shoot
You
your
need to hit
kid.
that.
honestly,
That's
I didn't,
what
I
I'm
didn't,
telling
I didn't
you.
start out that low of a
Attitude
power
will
level.
fix
My
it.
bad. I don't think about that low. My bad. I don't think about that low of a power level. Okay.
No, but
That's
not
why-
you,
that's
bro.
why
but
we're
people
gonna
out
bully the
there,
shit out of
people
you.
Out there,
Oh my
people
God.
out there.
Yeah, but you don't have
Because
to
my
bully them
life
many. How about
depends
this?
on it.
How about this, right? Instead of like them waiting for reality, right? There's somebody that's actually good at fucking shooting it, right? Then that person can fucking show them instead of saying, "Oh, you're fucking ass." Like imagine, all right, imagine this, right? Imagine,
need
no,
both.
Minnie, you're a boxer, right?
Yes.
Imagine the first day you fucking box. You spar with Floyd fucking Mayweather, okay? Money
Yes.
Mayweather. And he's
Motivational.
and he's
Yeah.
and he's whooping your ass for 12 rounds on Black History Month. Okay. And then at the end of it, he's like, "Yo, you're fucking shit. You're ass.
I mean,
You fucking suck." After you took a 12-round beatdown for free, he's like, "Oh, you're
He's in
fucking
coma.
garbage."
Yeah. Listen, it is
pretty based.
demotivational.
That's pretty
Yeah.
based.
Oh
But
my
listen,
God, bro.
Eli, what do pretty much all movies have, huh? A villain. Why is that? Right? Because it's a very strong motivator for the hero. You need the villain to be a hero, dude. Sometimes you need people to play the fucking bad role in your life.
I get it.
So
I
you
do
can
get it.
succeed and you can achieve the best
I do
of
get
your
it.
potential,
I
right?
do get it. No, but it's really about it's really about situations like you're gonna have to step up, right? Of course there are gonna be villains,
No.
right? Of course there are gonna be villains. I'm not saying that there's not gonna be evil, okay? But I'm saying, right, for the most part, like the people that are weak, that are not like really good or evil, they're just there, like NPCs. Probably try to get stronger. You know, that's all I'm saying. There's gonna be evil. Of course, there's gonna be evil. I'm not crazy.
True, that's true, Elijah. Elijah, what if I need you to shoot the Chinese air
Yeah.
balloon down
And
you
I'll
miss?
be controlled evil.
And I
How
miss?
about
Yeah, the Chinese air balloon.
Hey, then
Like
we're
you're the only one with the ballista. We're like, bro, they're spying on us.
if
We're
I
looking
miss,
at
look,
Chick-fil-A, bro.
If I miss, wait. Honestly, I was about to say something so crazy. Let's just move on from that.
Yo, what's up with the Chinese balloons, bro? Because
Let's
I'm in
not.
Mexico. I don't even know what the fuck happened.
You,
What happened?
do you see that segue? Did you see that? Anyway,
Yeah, let's
yeah.
move on. Yeah, let's
So
move on.
What
they
happened?
they
Tell
shut
me.
it down yesterday. They shut that bitch down yesterday.
Bro, it's 10 feet away.
Yeah,
from
but what
the
they
happened?
find?
bro.
What they find? Like, what was it?
Winter did
They
research
expand
on this. She's like
Wait, my
just
stream is
jumping out of her
choppy, bro.
chair
Winter,
to
what
tell
was
us
it?
all about this.
What about now?
Okay, so layman's terms TLDR, China was uh putting a spy balloon in the air. It first came down across Alaska, then over Canada, then slightly over
Oh.
Montana before it was shot down. And the latest news today that
Still
was
choppy,
covered
Jack?
is that it came out from the ocean. The official U.S. claims, I'm just giving you the TLDR version, and we could parse the other stuff in a minute. But the official U.S. claims is that it was an official protected NSA territory, which is an extreme no-fly zone, not just a no-fly zone, but a protected no-fly zone where they have authority to shoot it down. I looked up those specific areas. That is not actually the case. So, good old America,
Mhm.
America.
just to play devil's advocate in this for a second,
Hey, it's a no-fly zone, okay? In their hood,
No,
okay?
it was
Exactly.
Hey,
Listen.
look. In
So
their
they didn't
turn,
follow
it's a
through.
hey.
They
that
You
did-
better
shit
not
flies
fly
in
over
my
here,
hood,
bitch.
and no
Hey.
fly
Hey,
zone, bro.
you better not fly
There's a
over
very
here.
specific list in which you can automatically shoot down.
No,
missiles
you
with
can
them.
you
They
can't.
didn't
Hey,
follow
technically,
procedures,
Winter, you get
and this could potentially backfire. I don't think it was thought through entirely.
technically.
And then basically TLDR, China official claims that they were
It
just
wasn't us.
that it was a weather balloon. It was not an officiate space balloon, and they did not mean to do any surveillance whatsoever. So
Oh, okay.
let me also
So-
give you TLDR version of politics, just a little undergrad summary, really quick. In politics, all you do is deny, deny, deny. That's the strategy, and both sides are playing it.
Yeah,
Nobody's
obviously.
admitting to any faults. So
Yeah, and both sides are gonna be like, yeah, that was just a weather balloon, and they're gonna say, yeah, like, guys, we had to shoot it down, you know. We didn't know what it was. Might have been an alien.
My take is they can do whatever they want. Okay, if they say it's a no-fly zone and they want to shoot people down, they can shoot them down. Of course, there can be repercussions.
no, that's what they say. It's not the actual.
No, my point is, Winter. That's what they say, but they mean it. Don't fly over here, bitch. I'ma fucking shoot you down. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
understand-
brother.
What the
It's a
fuck?
show of force.
You're
Hell yeah,
under
brother.
you're under the regular U.S. brainwashing.
No,
that
there's
you
no
think,
US
oh,
brainwash. I'm not saying it's
still
okay.
we're still on top in terms of air, naval, land, space exploration. We're the front runners and all that. No, you're not understanding the actual implications. Whenever it comes to geopolitical, just politics as a whole.
Fuck
You're not
politics.
playing
I'm
the
talking like
smart long game.
reality. Like
Yeah,
people.
and that's how you end up in wars.
People-
if
look,
you
look,
don't
look.
know.
Life is politics,
Eli
What I'm
bro.
saying.
Life
Go
is
ahead,
politics.
Minnie. Go ahead.
If that balloon flew close to his home, that balloon would also go down. That's what my boy Eli's saying, right?
All I'm saying is some places are no-fly zones.
Shoot him
okay?
down, shoot him
Right?
down, brother.
And-
May not
and
be.
where it was
No
not
gosh
one of
down,
them. I checked both lists, it
Winter.
wasn't
Chinese are
neither.
gonna spy on us, brother.
I checked
Shoot
the
that
one
bitch
that's headed
down.
by the FAA, and I checked one that's headed by the Pentagon.
My question
Both
is,
lists, it was in neither
Winter, I don't
territory.
think you
My
get
question-
it.
hold
I
on.
don't think you get it. You don't get it.
my question
I'm
is,
I'm giving you facts where you're memeing.
I'm not
Listen,
memeing. You think I'm memeing? I'm talking about real life. Like imagine, right? Just
Hold on.
imagine.
Especially the state of the world right now, and you understand. So top three, and I could even take you through figures later. Top three nations right now on any board, be it naval, air, space, and land as well. Every single one, China, Russia, and US are somewhere in different orders in each and every category. You know who has the best relationship amongst those three? US
China
isn't
and
cool
Russia.
with either China and Russia.
That's my point. G.
And do you know their population and their available males, in case hypothetical, let's entertain one for a minute, we're intelligent
Yeah,
enough
but it's
for
a
you to
bunch of
say.
soy men. Like, let's be real. That's the truth.
Okay, that's what you say,
A
but the
shit
figures
ton
are
of
No,
soy
different.
men.
And
no,
you guys are
that's
subscribing to the
propaganda,
media
bro.
that's pushed, where the actual facts of the matter are actually really scary when you start to dig.
Chinese are
I
very
could take you through
based.
some of that.
Chinese are very
Yeah.
based.
I mean,
Their
both
TikTok
of them
has
combined,
math in
especially,
it.
they more than 4 times in terms of numbers in any one given right. So airspace,
Oh yeah,
the
numbers
land
they win, but
in terms of population, it's well over 4 times. And I even checked into the resources. So the arms race and the sources of where each country, all top three, get all their different arms and all their hardware essentially for war. And it's really scary numbers. They more than triple on that scale as well. And
She
U.S.
checked. She hacked the government, guys.
Especially in the naval category, the U.S. has already slipped, but most of the surface web,
they
I actually dug, has
yeah,
been
the US
dug
pulled
to make
back.
it seem that the U.S. is a front runner when really they're sliding fast.
Yeah, the US has pulled back on the seas,
Have you
right?
seen?
They used to
Have
protect the
you seen
seas so there was
American
no
ads?
piracy. There was
Mini,
no
have you
piracy.
seen?
They pulled
Mini,
back.
have you seen American military ads?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Like
They
My
gamify
my
everything,
mom's a
bro.
lesbian couple, and I am from a girl from California, and I joined
Yeah,
military
I've
just to
seen that one.
test my strength because I'm a
No,
strong
and
woman.
dude, and also they super gamify everything. They make it look like it's fucking Call of Duty. It's weird. Like it's
Right,
weird. And they're
right.
like, yeah, imagine
And a
being a
Russian
sniper.
and a Russian military ad is like, "We're motherfucking tough men. We're gonna crush these motherfucking capitalist pigs." Like, there's a difference, and I feel like the way
Bro, Russia can't
America
even take
used to
Ukraine
be.
on. Stop.
No, that's cool, man. The
Stop.
way the way
Oh,
it
it's
used to
scope. It's
be,
been what, a year? A year,
the
and
way
Russia can't
America
even.
used to be in the 50s is how China and
Wait,
Russia is right now,
how long?
mentally.
Listen, okay. So 2 questions. One,
Hmm.
um, China has
Meaning you're just
satellites
trying to get
and
you're
shit.
just trying to get
No,
visa, bro. You're just trying to
no.
get the visa.
China
Let's
has
be honest.
satellites and shit. So
You're just
why
trying to get
would
the visa.
they? Hold on, let me speak. China has satellites and everything and a lot of technology. Why would they be using like a spy balloon? I
Oh,
I I don't.
because I haven't
Well, that's
I
neither been
haven't given
confirmed
my
nor
my
denied. They
my
barely
take.
fished it out of the water.
No, but if
So,
anybody, okay, so if it is a spy balloon, why? They have like
I'll
they
tell you
have
why,
other
Mini.
ways to get intel.
because
They
of
have a
the
shit of
overhead
ton other
costs. I even
ways.
looked
Wait,
into
wait,
that
wait.
as well. So the overhead
Huh?
costs, largely aside from materials of the spy balloon and or weather balloon, we don't know what it is yet. If it either way, it runs on what is it? Helium and hydrogen, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
helium.
And the overhead cost for that is roughly $220 to burn those gases efficiently for a long span of time and cover a lot of ground. So though it's not necessarily inconspicuous, it is the most feasible for a nation to kind of put that out there. And then they could also they have, the
Yeah,
deny
but
claim as
China.
well. And just say,
Yeah,
oh,
but
it's a weather balloon.
they could just do it with satellites and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
but
are
they
they
But good old
could,
recording
but like,
US,
sound? Are
good old
they?
US, that's another thing. We're already $3.3 trillion in debt to this specific country, which begs the question, why are we acting before thinking? Oh, we say it's like a protection mechanism for US, whatever. But that said, do you know the cost that it took for the US to even shoot that thing in the first place without,
Oh, way more
thinking twice?
than the
I looked it up. I can tell you.
couple of million. A couple of million, right?
It's 68,000 for one singular hour of flight, and they needed
Yeah.
over that. On top of that, it cost $400,000 just to aim
Yeah.
one singular missile that they used, which was the 9X
Yeah.
Sidewinder. So
Yeah, they could
I
have called
mean,
me. I could have shot it with a fucking handgun, but okay.
I'll give you
I
the
don't know
shit
why
so
they didn't.
take.
I don't know why they didn't get
that's what
us.
I'll do.
I'll give you the shit so take.
Oh, you'd pop the balloon for sure. I don't know
I'll
why they
give you
didn't
the
just get a fucking
I'll
guy
give
with
you
a
the shit so
sniper.
take. With a
But
stick.
people aren't thinking of
A
the
guy with a
long-term
stick.
implications, especially the
Send
state of the
another
world right
balloon.
now with Russia already being in active
It
war.
was the show
And
of
then
force. Let's be honest. Them using look.
because
They
that's
could have
all they
shut it
have,
down
but they don't
now.
have the means to back it up, as in and which is a very severe problem that I think, Biden can't even string a singular sentence together in a speech, let
And
alone,
he's gone.
make
He's
these
gone.
decisions.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gone.
he is done for.
Uncle
give you
Biden
this-
is gone.
I'll give you the shit
Oh,
so
thank you,
take.
Dr. Ticklius.
I'll give you Ticklius, very good. You tickle a lot of tickles. I'll give you the shit so take. It is so ridiculous. The news is fake news. It is to distract us because it's so ridiculous. The notion that everybody is getting fired up over a motherfucking helium balloon,
Yeah.
it's just fake news. It's like Omicron variant, blah blah blah.
There's a new
It's just to
variant. That's true.
Like,
it's
look,
just to get it's just to distract people because the U.S. military does not give a fuck about
Wait, you
a
know what? I
balloon.
think my chat is fucked
Chinese
up.
have
yeah, it's a show of force.
Oh,
satellites that can go
my
in
stream
and
lagging
read
or
a
Exactly.
something?
fucking license plate. They don't give a shit
Yo, it
about that
is
balloon.
lagging.
The
And they have so
balloon
many
Oh,
is
you
a
know
spies.
what it
meme.
is,
The
guys?
They
balloon
have so
is a
many
My
meme.
sister got all her
spies.
friends over
It's a
my
meme.
house,
It's
bro.
a news meme. It's to distract people.
That's what it
Also,
is.
it is so ridiculous. It is a
I
form
need
of
to cut them
embarrassment.
off the internet, G.
You're embarrassed. We're embarrassed that we're even
I got you,
talking
G.
about the fucking balloon in the
Yeah,
sky
so
because it's so ridiculous.
it's
That's
a
the
red
point of it.
herring. It's a red herring to distract you that Russia is still not done with Ukraine. After how many months?
I mean, they're trying to take it peacefully, you know, slowly, slowly. That's what they'll tell you.
Sure, sure. They'll tell you to try to take it peacefully and
I
slowly, right?
I think that maybe this isn't a distractive mechanism, but another kind of schizo take is honestly the U.S. could be planting a story whenever it comes to this, whatever was in the sky, and
Mm,
taking it to wage a war, being, the economy. Think about war
I don't
in
think
a
they'd go to
no,
war.
listen, hear me out. And I also looked into this in a reverse mechanism fashion. War is an absolute money machine, and we have not
Of
we I
course
mean
it
we've
is.
been forced to pull out from the one that we've been in for ages and ages, and we even left so many resources behind, lost more money and hardware to another country as well. Now, I mean, this is another mechanism to get the ball rolling with a different country.
But
The only
not,
thing is, I don't think that
the
we're thinking it
the
through
balloon is
because
an
we're
inside
coming from an
job.
ego state rather than a
but
resource
not
state. We
China,
could get
but
riggedy
not
wrecked.
China when they have nuclear missiles, and not Russia when they have nuclear missiles.
And
You
you also
just
have
go
to
to war
think
with
about the
somebody
COVID
else.
variant. And
Wait,
so
but
the
Winter,
variant, I
you're
mean, we've been
saying
blaming China a lot, and that doesn't help in the geopolitical condition or the state of the world as we know it right now. So all these different catalysts
I mean,
are
China
just
blames
because China
China too.
is their great.
China says it came from them.
Winter, but what you're saying is the U.S. government might create a situation themselves that would be an instigator for them to do like go to war or something. Like
They always step their
that's
foot
Oh,
never
they've done it
in
happened.
many
shit.
times.
Yeah, they
Oh,
step
the
their foot
That's
U.S.
in
does
like
it
shit where
every
they
single
have
time.
no business to be in
September
the first
something.
place.
What was it?
It's a
September
money
10th,
machine.
No, it's what the
September
U.S. has
12th.
always done to get into wars. Okay, they do the false flag things. In the Second World War, they sunk one of their own ships, right? And yeah, like this is a known thing that the U.S. does. But
That's why we have you, Mini.
but
That's why we have you.
but
Based.
Now it's
when
happening. No way. It's impossible.
when I don't
Surely,
think it's
as
gonna
Elijah would
happen.
say, the U.S. is just such a
That's
great
how it is
When
place.
going.
no, but when you have nuclear powers, they're not going to go against them when there's still a bunch of
Okay, but we've had
countries
nuclear
in the Middle
powers
East that are
throughout other
rich,
wars as well, and
and
it
then
was
you can go
never
and attack
considered.
them
I
instead
never
of
said
China. Why would
America
you go
is a
against
good
China? It makes
place.
It's
no sense.
mutual benefit. If you think about it, on a lowly level, it's still a distraction mechanism in both countries.
Okay.
Not just US, but China stands to gain from this as well,
So they
especially
would.
the state
So
of the
what you're
economy as
saying
a whole.
is. So what you're saying is they would do a fake war and they wouldn't use
Never said
nuclear
America's a good
missiles
place, bro.
You think they're above
between the
it?
U.S. and China. A fake war
As long as we've had that access
I'm not
without
lagging.
missiles,
nuclear
without nuclear
weapons,
missiles.
Okay, I remember.
yeah, as long as we've had
Xfinity.
access and it's still there has to be, dude, any country uses nuclear weapons once, it's a wrap for the world. It's not
Yeah,
just
that's
countries
why.
anymore.
Yeah, that's why
It's
the
not going to
U.S.
be
would.
touched till the technology is there.
This is why the U.S. would never go to war with Russia or China, and those countries don't go to war with the U.S.
Unless
either, because they all hold the
unless they
power.
want that to happen.
Oh
Unless they
my,
want
there's
to
like
blow up the
7
world.
That's why they
islands on
Unless
my
they
always.
want that.
That's why they
Holy
always
fuck.
pick fights and
You
fight
also
in
have
different.
to understand
That's why they
this
did the
recent news that
Vietnam.
came out that China doesn't want US to default their debt deficit to them. This would make it so that everybody involved benefits from it. All they lose is what?
Georgia guys
Population?
don't.
Guess what's been happening anyway?
No,
People
they
have
would.
been
It's
being killed
easier.
off in droves, and
It's
it's still
Reduce
not
the
an
world
efficient enough
population
national
with
easier to
new
just
Pause.
find a
Georgia guys.
proxy war than to go head to head. Just find a fucking proxy war. Find another Vietnam. Find another
You think that
Afghanistan.
there's
Find
an
another
issue
Pause.
in
Iraq. Those were the
What
proxy
what's
wars.
Ukraine? What's Ukraine, Mini? What's Ukraine?
Pause.
Ukraine might be,
No, it is.
yeah,
It
might
literally
be a
is a
proxy
weapons.
war. The US
It
is
is
helping
a
Ukraine out,
it is a
right? And shit
RuneScape
like that.
weapons farm. They're farming XP. That's why the war doesn't
Yeah.
end in a month. You're like Russia's weak. No, that's the strat, bro.
Oh, you're coping right now.
That's
I
not a
believe you're
cope,
coping.
man.
You're
They're
coping.
they're grinding
coping.
mobs. They're grinding mobs. They don't want it to be over. They want to prolong it. That's Iraq. The same
Oh,
shit.
come on. That's not what they said at the beginning.
They
Okay,
want to fight
okay.
forever and farm weapons forever
When-
and ever.
Alright.
Like
Oh, come on. That's
if the
not how
world
it works.
leader if
I
the
took
world
out
leaders
fellowship.
had their way, we
That's
would
not
be
how
at
that
war
works.
24/7
What do you
all the
think?
time. That's the taxes to
Are we making a
weapons
bet?
to billionaire money pipeline, Mini. That's how it works.
But no, it's not how it works. How that works is, I'll
What
tell you
about
how it
fellowship?
works. You go in and you destroy, and then you go in and you rebuild, and you make a shit ton of money rebuilding too.
Oh,
Right?
they're gonna
And then you
farm.
go back,
Yeah, they're gonna
Exactly.
farm,
and then
and
you go
that's what
That's
they
back,
the
and then
do.
you blow.
economy.
That's
Look what
what
happens in
you
the
rebuild
markets every single time they use this Hail Mary.
Mini BlackRock investment into Ukraine property. Look it up. BlackRock, an American company, is heavily investing into
Yeah, I
Ukraine.
know. I've heard about BlackRock.
All this money that's been loaned to Ukraine, you think it's a gift? You think the Democrats are not gonna take back the hundreds of billions that it was sunk into Ukraine? What do you think?
Oh, they always will.
They will
Those people
always take
don't
the
lose money.
bag.
Those
They
people
make
do
the
not lose money.
bag. They make the bag blowing shit up, and then they will make the bag
Yeah.
building shit.
Yep.
Okay, so we can agree on that.
So where's the
Yeah,
downside
but we can
potential here
okay.
then?
We can agree that they'll do
Killing
proxy
people?
wars. They won't go
Oh,
ahead
then
to
we
head.
lighten up on resource struggle.
But hold on. But
It's a
hold on.
win-win-win all around.
I'll agree that Ukraine, okay, yeah, it's been used as a proxy war for sure, but it's also a real war for Ukraine, right? But it is a proxy war for the U.S. But hey, the U.S. wouldn't go to war with China or Russia without a proxy war,
Oh, they
because then,
wouldn't.
Mods, can you link Elijah?
then you have
They
a
wouldn't
real
dare.
problem. Then you have a real problem. So I don't think that the shooting down to the balloon is to fucking go to war with China. No, I don't think so. I don't buy that.
And you know what the funniest thing about all this is, which goes into the same political realm of deny, deny, deny? US and China could just turn around if, hypothetically they do go to war and blame the catalyst on Russia and Ukraine.
I'm on and
Like,
off, but I
oh, they
think
did
I'm
it first,
on for
it's
the
fine.
rest,
Like, that's the distraction
wouldn't go to
mechanism. They're
war.
not bad guys.
We'll see.
This is a means to an end.
We'll see.
All
We'll see.
because of
No.
China too.
I
So
might be
I
US
can
has the
see
upper
I can
hand
see a
in the deny,
Taiwan
deny, deny.
Right now I'm
Taiwan
on.
front
I
line.
might
I
be
can
alone.
see a Taiwan front
Yes, exactly. A Taiwan
I might
front
turn into
line,
a
but
monk.
it's not exactly China, is it? It's
We'll
a
see,
proxy
we'll
line.
war.
Well,
There
it's
you go.
gonna
Talking
be
about a
another
proxy
farm.
war
Yeah.
again. What I'm saying is head to head, US versus China won't happen. But proxy wars will. Yeah, sure. Taiwan. Yeah.
I
Chinese
said
Taipei,
I
whatever you
might
want to
turn
call
into
it.
a monk.
Yeah,
okay?
sure. Ukraine. Yeah, sure. Iraq,
Like I'm on and
Afghanistan,
off. Right now I'm
Vietnam.
on.
But
I
not
think
a
I'm gonna
head to
turn into a
head.
monk. Just stay on.
Never
I
a
mean
head to head.
that's pretty based because
Stranger
It's
things
bad
like
for
have
forever.
happened
business.
to
can't.
me.
Head to head is
You
bad for
can't.
business. Head to head is bad for
Yes,
business.
yes.
It's good for business. You just outlined that yourself, Don.
Head to head is a different thing than proxy wars.
How?
Everybody stands to gain.
It's
from
just
it.
a meme. Like it's just a meme. Like
No,
Taiwan is just a meme. It's a head to head.
It's not a head to head.
What you're talking about is an apocalypse. Of course, like if US and China
Listen,
nukes each other, all the pedophile billionaires also die.
Listen.
They don't want to nuke each other.
listen.
That's not
Do
gonna
the
happen.
US and China fight and Russia fight? Yeah, they fought many wars, but do they fight head to head in each other's lands?
Found a
No,
video that
it's
motivated
always
you?
proxy wars. It's always in Vietnam,
Send it
in
to me in
Iraq,
Discord.
in Afghanistan, in maybe
probably
Taiwan,
watch it all
in
stream for
Ukraine, in other countries, right? It's never US against China on China
know,
or US
I just
against
look
China
at-
on US. That's never
I
that
wanted
won't
to
happen.
get facts so I know that I'm not wrong on my history, but it is correct. China and US have fought each other 4 separate times.
Where?
Is old?
You're fighting
What
Google now,
places?
buddy. You're fighting
What
Google.
places?
Mm-mm.
Always different countries. Never in the US. Never on China. That's my point. Korea is one. My God, these are different to head, guys. Come
Korean
on.
War is a definite one. Where else?
Yes, Korea, not China. I think there's a misunderstanding with what head to head is.
Chinese
Proxy
feel
wars
like-
for
war.
sure.
feel like we just agree on
Stepped in that
each
as
other's
well.
take, but to
It's like-
argue, we just
No,
argue over like
we have a disagreement on what head-to-head means.
on
Listen,
semantics.
That's right.
listen. It's like, let's say Eli and I would never go to war. Okay, so what Eli and I do is we fight on the Joker front, right? But we never go to war because we would destroy each other. So we fight on Joker's land, right?
That's a four-star
That's a
general
proxy war.
prediction that we're going to war.
Head-to-head
There you
is
go.
Eli
everything
invading
that's
me in my
happening.
land.
Oh, what would I
What?
know? This is the first time I'm reading it. There was even a four-star general prediction of war as well between U.S. and China 5 days ago because of these happenings, and I just barely read that. That wasn't even in my research.
I
But what
bet
do
you
I
it's gonna
know?
be a
You
proxy
know,
war. I bet you it's gonna be a proxy
I guess
war.
you would know better than a four-star general, Donbee.
I mean, four-star generals say a bunch of bullshit. They're supposed to say a bunch of bullshit.
You don't understand all this stuff. Historically, if you look back in other wars, this is how it all starts. There's small claims, there's little breadcrumbs, and they're like, oh, okay, now it starts to snowball effect, and then things start popping off.
Yes,
Something to take
but
under
it's not.
consideration.
It's not going to be China versus the U.S. like that. It's going to be China versus the U.S. on Taiwan, on Korea, in Ukraine. It's a different thing. It's a different thing.
But is it different?
Because-
Maybe it's just the same.
No, it's not the same. Once you get
When
the
has
troops,
when has a country
In a
fought
lot of war
another
strategies,
country,
if you've
like,
ever read war strategies as well, is to
when has
head
two
like the
big
naval
powers fought each other?
component because of the water structure and the land structure. So if we
Second
were
World
to go
War?
to war, we'd easily
But that
lose.
was also a
Terrifying.
proxy
China
because
far
America didn't
outnumbers ours
fight
now.
Russia
We
in
pulled
their
all of our
land.
funding from the naval resources in U.S.
So that was partly a proxy. Yes, but Germany still fought France on France. They still
Yeah, but-
fought all
But
those
France were
countries.
cogs, man, compared to Germany.
And
Like
yeah,
Germany
did
was
other
Giga
people help
Chats.
them? Yeah, but they would never go head to head. They would never fight each other on each other's lands. They wouldn't use their soldiers because that's how you get the nukes going, right? That's what we've seen. We haven't seen Russia and like U.S. soldiers shoot each other. We see them fucking shoot with Vietnamese people, shoot with the Afghanis, the Iraqis. That's what I mean.
But are you stating what's definitely gonna happen, or is that your hope?
So I'm saying, you know what? Maybe there is going to be a proxy war, probably on Taiwan or something like that. Yeah, sure. Another Ukraine. Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like an invasion, or anything like that? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
I don't know, man. I ain't read the
Stranger
Satanist
things have
script, man.
happened.
Yeah. Georgia
mean-
Guidestones Mini. What if they want that 200,000 world population?
If that does happen, then that's the end of the world. So
Like,
yeah.
Why you
Mm,
why you
Because
so
there's not
doomer,
enough
bro?
political restraint to not use nuclear weapons, however, benefit from everything involved financially.
Yeah, just because they
We get
have
new
nukes.
infrastructure
Wait, Mini,
from this as
Mini,
well.
Mini. Let's
And
think
you get to
here.
kill off the population that we're struggling with right now, and you free up all those resources.
Because if they're
Three
losing,
distinct benefits you get from all
Let's
this.
think
because
here,
if
Mini.
they're losing, they're gonna say, you know what? Go fuck yourselves. Pew!
Do you think
Do you
so?
think about it?
Do you think so?
Yes. And that's what pretty much every fucking. That's why the US doesn't go to war with these countries, bro. That's why they don't
what
do
if
that shit.
what if we're just not in that phase of
Thank
world
you.
reformation?
Yeah.
What if what?
What if it's not the final season, bro?
Yeah.
What if it's season
Oh, for
9?
humans it is. For
No.
humans it is the final fucking.
No,
season.
not for the
There's enough
pedophiles
nukes
in
to
the
blow up
bunkers.
the world.
There
several times
is the
over.
mini.
You think Bill Gates doesn't have like a giga bunker underground
Why haven't
city?
they
Oh, it
used
don't
it
matter,
yet,
bro.
Mini?
No
Is
matter
my
what
question.
giga bunker you have.
If they have so many nukes in the mini, why haven't they used it yet? Tell me.
Because as soon as you use one, it's over for everybody.
So why do you think it's ever gonna be used?
It's mutually mutually assured destruction, right?
Yeah.
Mad.
So then why are you even worried about nukes? They're
Dude,
not gonna use
my
it.
God.
So if one of the countries is losing, Eli, okay, if Russia is losing a war with the U.S., all right, or if China's losing a war with the U.S., you don't think China would use a nuke? Really?
Here's
Really?
the thing. Look, I'll tell you
They're
something.
losing
I'll tell you
hard.
something. I'll tell you something. If they do, right, it's destruction. But like,
I'm sorry,
I'll
bro.
tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing.
Eli, if the Chinese were invading the U.S., would you want the U.S. to nuke their asses? Go fuck yourself, bitch. You ain't attacking me. Would
Okay.
you want them to?
Me.
Nah, hell
Let's
no.
exercise the
No,
hypothetical.
so you'd rather
for a
just
second.
get destroyed, killed,
No.
eliminated.
If we're getting nuked, right, then yeah, I'll probably nuke back. But if nobody's getting nuked, then I'm probably not gonna use a nuke, right?
No, but if you're about to fucking destroy and you're about to kill everybody, what's the difference between nuking and not nuking?
You think
You're
that's
gonna die
controlled
anyways.
chaos?
I don't think you
zombie?
get it, Minnie. Look,
No, I
You
don't
think
think,
the
I don't
difference-
think
look,
you guys get it.
The
I don't
problem,
think
look,
you guys get
the
it.
whole point, right, is to go in and collect resources, correct? Right?
I don't think you get it, bro.
How am
It's a
I gonna get
deterrent.
resources if I destroyed everything, Minnie? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
really
winner's
funny.
not gonna use them. What? I never said the winner would use them. The loser is the one who's gonna use them first, and then the winner's gonna go, oh hell no, beep. Come on, dog.
I'm just
It's
saying,
a
bro.
deterrent. It's so that you don't invade. That's why people want nukes, so that you don't invade them. So that if they invade you, they can nuke you.
Hey, he said nukes
That's
are fake.
why countries
Hey, no,
want that.
no cap. I think nukes are
Nukes
fake.
are
In my
fake.
opinion, I think
Nukes
nukes
are
are
fake.
fake. 100%.
Because
Nukes are not
Because
fake
that's
at
my
all.
opinion.
this is what the fucking balloon does to your mind. Because you start thinking about the stupid ass balloon, and you start thinking about, oh no, China and US, what are they gonna do? Nukes, and it completely made me forget.
I
that
know.
nukes
That's
are
why I'm
not
like,
real.
I'm
The
like,
Matrix
bro.
completely sucked me in,
Listen,
and that's how they do
listen,
it.
listen. As a chemist, bro, nukes are not fake. Well, not kind of somebody who's studying chemistry. Nukes
No,
are not fake.
nuclear
Bro.
reactions are real, but
Nukes are not fake, bro.
a missile nukes are not real.
I mean, what happened to Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Hydrogen and
happened over there?
napalm. Hydrogen and napalm.
Oh,
Exactly.
big boy. Oh, what about all the bro? Come on. What about all the
Fake
people?
news.
No, what about all the people who died of cancer in the fucking American
news.
deserts?
Hey, look,
Fake
wait,
news.
guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
Yeah, whatever.
They were filming.
Is-
Yo,
all
Minnie,
West
now I'm
Coast
realizing, bro, you're
people were
brainwashed. You're
on
actually
the sand
brainwashed.
dunes.
What
Mini
the fuck?
Dunbee, Mini
You're
You're
Dunbee,
actually
Mini
brainwashed.
Dunbee.
Stop subscribing to everything. you
All the
subscribe
people
to.
that died
You
of
have to-
cancer,
No,
Minnie,
you guys-
Minnie,
Don't
I'll tell you
watch
something,
all
Minnie.
these, like,
Mini
Minnie,
Dunbee,
if you
Mini
knew,
Dunbee.
Minnie, if you
Mini
knew,
Dunbee.
Minnie,
You guys are insane.
Minnie, if you only
Okay,
knew,
Minnie.
Minnie, if you only knew how many
Mini
people,
Entertain a
Dunbee.
hypothetical.
if
I
you
have a
only knew,
hypothetical.
wait, hold on, I got you. Wait, if you only knew how many people actually died of cancer, Minnie. Okay, go ahead, Winston.
Bro.
If you only
In
knew.
the same wheelhouse,
You
Minnie.
can't bury 100 fucking actors'
If
bodies
you only
without...
knew how many
Okay.
people died of cancer.
Mini, answer me this, Mini, answer me this. Mini, answer me this. Is Nagasaki a barren wasteland right now?
No, they put a shit ton of concrete and steel through it.
They rebuilt the whole city in like 20 years, bro.
Yes.
How long does
Wait, I want to hear
radiation
Winter's
exist?
hypothetical. I want to
They
hear
on
Winter's
the ground.
buried
hypothetical.
it in concrete
Wait,
and
Winter.
steel.
That ain't very shit, bro.
What's your
You can
hypothetical,
still-
Winter?
You
Are
can
you-
still see old
You
monuments.
can find the fucking isotopes, bro. Stop with these lies. You can find the isotopes.
Have you seen the
You can do
isotopes,
the
bro?
science.
Oh my
You
God.
can do the science, man.
Have
You
you
just
seen
don't
the
wanna-
isotopes?
Hey,
But you
appreciate the
think it's
follows,
fun.
man. For
Have
sure.
you found them, or are
Appreciate
you
it, dog.
listening to somebody who's telling you that?
Oh my god, bro. I've studied the fucking chemistry, bro.
Study doesn't learn whatever they told you to think.
Yeah, and it works, bro.
Have you
What do you want
performed a
me to say?
nuclear reaction in your lab?
Wait,
Just
Winter
curious.
had a
No,
hypothetical.
I haven't, but other people have.
Who?
Bro,
Re-
there's a nuclear
The
power
government,
plant in
bro.
Veracruz. You can go to it.
Yes, nuclear chain reactions are real. Yes, nukes are not.
Wait, guys, so
Nuclear
are we
I
just
mean,
like,
I'm
wait,
are
sorry,
real.
what is?
Are we
sorry,
just
what's
like
the
such a
difference
base
between a nuclear
podcast that
chain
like we
reaction
just
and a
don't let
nuke, you dumb fuck?
Oh,
No, hold on, I'm pressing.
women just don't
completely
speak on this
different.
podcast or
What's the
something? What the
difference?
No,
fuck?
I'm letting it run. If I wanted to speak up, I would speak up.
Alright,
but
The
I'm letting it
isotopes
run.
are different.
Yes, the isotopes are different. Yes.
Yes.
Also, what's
A
different?
nuclear reaction
Are
is
you
a
really gonna
controlled.
nerd out
control-
over isotopes
Exactly.
right now?
You just said
Yes.
controlled, so that implies that that's an uncontrolled reaction.
Yeah.
You
That
you
you just
think one split of an atom can blow up
Destroyed.
Nagasaki, bro? You're crazy,
You
dude.
just destroyed yourself. You
You
admitted
got
it was a
fear porned.
controlled
Oh
reaction.
man, you're so brainwashed.
Controlled.
Holy
Yeah, that means
schmokeroni.
that implies an uncontrolled reaction. Well done,
Dude,
Joker. Thank you. So
Next
you
thing
agree
you're
with me?
gonna say.
Wait.
Next
You
thing
agree
you're
with
gonna
me?
say. Next
It's
thing you're
no
gonna
longer
say is
relevant, by the way.
world-ending
yeah.
meteors are gonna be real and they're gonna hit us every
You
second.
agree
man.
with
You
me?
should be
You
afraid.
agree?
Wait,
Thank you.
wait, Minnie. So you believe, right, that nukes are real? You believe that men and women can be
Nukes are real.
friends, right? Minnie, do you believe in the moon landing? What else do you believe, Minnie? Just let us know. Like, you just believe everything? What else do you
That's
believe,
next
bro?
week, bro. Yo, save that for the
No.
next.
I'm
save
just,
that
all
for
right,
next
we'll
week,
save that
man.
for next
Save
week.
that
All
for-
right.
Save
I'm
that
like,
for the
God
next
damn,
week, man.
Minnie, you
That's
just believe in
the moon
everything now.
landing.
Yo, Minnie is the biggest political streamer ever. That's all I got. Next Hassan, okay?
You're
my
gonna
God.
be big, bro. With those views, you're gonna be big.
Holy
Don't worry.
shit.
I'm gonna be sat here being shit, so denying everything. You're gonna be big, Minnie. You believe
Minnie,
everything,
Minnie,
bro.
should relationships be
Listen.
split 50-50, bro? Let me know.
At
bro.
least
God
you
damn.
admit being a schizo. You
Oh
know?
my God.
Of course. It's the way to be.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, Winter. Can we
Bro,
hear your
nukes are
hypothetical?
definitely real.
No.
Oh
Can
my
you
God.
do some for
I
us?
wanted to hear it right after I spoke, and then they started speaking, and I realized I was like, "Fuck."
Winter,
No,
can
like,
you